Focus 3, Second Edition, by Sue Kay, Vaughan Jones, Daniel Brayshaw, Bartosz Michałowski, Beata Trapnell, and Isabella Michalak, published by Pearson.
One point two. 1,
A waistcoat.
2,
A silk tie.
3,
A dark suit.
4,
A fleece.
5,
A denim jacket.
6,
Bangles.
7,
Faded jeans.
8,
A blouse.
9,
A necklace.
10,
A beanie.
11,
A sweatshirt.
12,
Ankle boots.
13,
High heels.
14,
Vintage sunglasses.
15,
A leather belt.
16,
Leggings.
1.3. 1,
He knows what's in fashion or out of fashion.
2,
She likes to be the centre of attention.
3,
He goes for a casual look.
4,
She comes across as kind and friendly.
5,
He cares a lot about his appearance.
6,
She feels comfortable in her own skin.
7,
He likes to go with the flow.
8,
She is trendy.
1.4. 1,
Carefree.
2,
Down to earth.
3,
Rebellious.
4,
Shallow.
5,
Easygoing.
6,
Vain.
1.5.
Welcome to our regular feature. This week we are looking at what people wear to music festivals.
Hi, I'm Jill Mack, and I work as a fashion editor for Hip magazine. I think I must have the best job in the world because today I'm working at the Coachella Music Festival in California. The question I'm asking is, what is the festival look this year? 10,000 people are listening to music here, and I believe the temperature is 32 degrees. I know Radiohead are on later, and I really want to watch them, but right now, I'm speaking to people about what they're wearing and why.
1.6.
Hi, I'm reporting on festival fashion for Hip magazine. I like your hat.
Thanks. I don't usually wear hats, but it's really hot, so I'm wearing this baseball cap. It belongs to my brother. He doesn't need it because he isn't here today. He's revising for his exams.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, it's okay. My brother hates festivals. He prefers listening to music at home. I really want to see Kings of Leon. I listen to their music all the time.
1.7.
Hi, I'm reporting on festival fashion for Hip magazine. Are you enjoying the festival?
Yes, I'm having a really good time.
I love your t-shirt.
Oh, thanks. It's my festival t-shirt.
Oh, it looks great. But why are you wearing jeans? It's so hot.
My legs are very skinny, and so I never wear shorts, even in summer. In fact, I don't have any shorts.
So, which bands do you want to see today?
I like Foo Fighters, but I don't know when they're on. I'm looking for a festival program.
I have one here. Oh, they're playing now.
Oh, right. Thanks. See you.
One point 8.
Welcome to That's Life. Our topic for today is friendship, and we're going to talk to two young people and ask them what their friendships mean to them. So, hello Jenny and Fraser.
Hello.
Hi.
Jenny, let's talk to you first. You're 16.
17.
Oh, sorry, 17. Jenny, how many friends do you have?
Well, if you mean close friends, about 5 or 6. But I've got 313 online friends.
Let's talk about the online friends first, shall we? 313. That's a lot of friends. How well do you know them?
Some of them I know pretty well, but I look at some of the names and think, who are these people?
It's so easy to make new online friends, isn't it? They ask to be your friend and you accept. It's not as easy to make real-life friends, is it?
That's right. Making friends online takes a few minutes, but a real friend is somebody you get to know over a long period of time. You meet, you spend time together, you get to know one another. It takes a long time to become close friends.
That's right. But some friendships don't last forever. Fortunately, in the online world, when you don't want to continue a friendship, you can simply defriend people, can't you?
I'm not sure I agree with that, actually. I find it really hard to defriend online friends. It seems really mean. I suppose that's why I've got over 300 online friends. In real life, if you fall out with a friend, you don't see them anymore. Or sometimes you decide that you no longer have much in common. You no longer like the same things or you've changed. Then you lose touch. You don't have to make the decision, it just happens naturally.
Yes, I see what you mean. Fraser, what do you think? What's the difference between close friends and online friends?
Well, all my close friends are also online friends. When we don't see one another, we chat online. But I'd say my closest friends are the ones I socialise with. We all have a lot in common. We support the same football team, we listen to the same music, and we go hiking and camping at the weekend. We get along really well together.
Do you think there's any difference between friendship between girls and friendship between boys?
I don't know really. I don't go shopping with my friends, and we don't paint one another's nails. But I think the important things are the same. I know I can rely on my friends in a crisis. A good friend is always there for you.
Yes, I suppose that's right. What about friendship between girls and boys? Are any of your close friends female, Fraser?
Yeah, of course. There are 3 or 4 girls as well as boys in the group of friends I hang out with.
What about you, Jenny?
Yes, I get on well with boys, but I think it's different. Girls understand one another better, and you're never sure if boys really want to be friends or if they just fancy you.
1.9. 1,
Hang out with. Socialise with.
2,
Lose touch with. Stop seeing each other.
3,
Get to know. Slowly find out about.
4,
Be always there for. Be always reliable.
5,
Fall out with. Have an argument.
6,
Get along with. Have a good relationship with.
1.10. 1.
Hi, Rachel.
Oh, hello, Janet.
I haven't seen you since that party.
Yeah, that's right. You were really rude.
I know, I'm really sorry, I was just...
Listen, I'm not going to forgive you, so forget it.
Oh, right. Okay, well, I suppose...
Goodbye, Janet.
2.
Anyway, I was just watching this thing on TV and the phone rang and...
It was him.
Yes, it was him.
No. What did you say?
Well, you know me.
Oh no, you didn't.
I did. I was so nervous.
Oh, you always do that. I've told you, take a deep breath and...
I know, but I was so excited. Anyway...
3.
Hi, Susanna.
Hi, Max. You can call me Susie if you want. That's what all my friends called me at my last school.
Oh, right. Yeah, Susie suits you better. Is that your bike?
Yes, it's getting a bit old now, but I've won a few races on it.
Really? I didn't know you were into cycling. I'm a member of the school cycling club. You should join.
I'd love that. What other clubs do you belong to?
That's the only club. But I play guitar in a band.
Wow, I play drums. When are you rehearsing next? I'd love to come and listen.
That would be great. It's a grunge metal band.
Oh, I'm not even sure what that is. I'm more of an indie rock fan myself.
4.
Hi, Sal. Coming to the party tonight?
No, I don't think so.
What's up? You don't look very happy.
Sorry, things aren't very good at the moment.
Oh, has something happened?
No. Well, yes. Not exactly.
Come on, let's go and get a coffee and have a chat.
Oh, thanks. I'd really like that. I'm afraid I'm not very good company at the moment.
Listen, it doesn't matter. I'm too tired to go to the party tonight anyway. Let's stay in and watch something online.
1.11. 1.
515.
2.
214.
3.
3,330.
4.
901.
5.
7,880.
6.
4,416.
1.12.
Icons of fashion. We think we look so cool, so modern and just a little rebellious in our jeans, white t-shirt and black leather jacket. But we're not as original as we think we are. This look goes back to the 1970s, right? Well, no, not exactly. As a matter of fact, you can trace most of it back to 100 years ago. Take the white t-shirt and leather jacket. Both started life in the military. The t-shirt, so called because of its shape like a T, was in fact underwear. In the American Navy, it was worn under a uniform. Until the early 20th century, underwear was woolen, but a revolution in textile production produced cotton jersey, a fast-drying fabric which fits tightly to the body and kept sailors warm. The short-sleeved t-shirt was born. Leather jackets were worn by fighter pilots in the First World War. They were hard-wearing, warm and fur-lined for maximum protection from the elements. Then, in 1928, an American raincoat company, Schott, designed the first leather motorcycle jacket with a zip. By the 1950s, both garments had reached iconic status when famous actors like Marlon Brando and James Dean wore them in films. Later, in the 1960s and 1970s, bands from the Beatles to the Ramones adopted the leather jacket, and it moved from motorcycle sports to teenage rebellion. In the 1970s, T-shirts got a colourful update. Brightly coloured T-shirts were particularly popular, as well as T-shirts with band logos and political slogans. Having started out as an undergarment for men, T-shirts became unisex in the 1970s and have been part of everyone's wardrobe since then. You may think your fashionably distressed jeans are cutting-edge fashion items, but they can be traced even further back in history. In the 1800s, denim, the material jeans are made of, was a kind of cotton made in Nîmes, France, denim. The first blue denim trousers were worn by sailors in Genoa, Gênes in French. Bleu de Gênes became blue jeans. Blue jeans, as we know them, originated during the 1849 Californian gold rush. They were developed by German storekeeper Levi Strauss and Latvian tailor Jacob Davis. Levi Strauss never wore a pair of jeans himself. He was a wealthy businessman, and jeans were only worn by manual workers and cowboys. But then their popularity spread after the Second World War. Young people started wearing jeans to imitate young Hollywood stars. However, they were associated with rebellious behaviour and were banned in schools. So each time you wear your jeans, white t-shirt and black leather jacket, you're actually wearing 100 years of style history. The secret to their long life? They're comfortable, multi-purpose clothes made of natural materials that are easy to wear, keep you warm and give you a little attitude. What's not to love?
1.13 1,
unisex,
2,
garments,
3,
iconic,
4,
tailor,
5,
underwear,
6,
fabric.
1.14 1,
Fast drying,
2,
short-sleeved,
3,
hard wearing,
4,
brightly coloured,
5,
cutting edge,
6,
multi-purpose.
1.15
History of streetwear. The hoodie. The first hoodie was produced in the 1930s in New York. The garment was developed by Champion as protective wear. Champion wanted to come up with a garment that would keep athletes warm before and after training. At first, people called it the sideline sweatshirt because athletes wore it when they were sitting on the sideline of an American football field. At first, the garment was just a sweatshirt. But in 1934, the hood was added to the sweatshirt to give better protection from the elements. In the mid-70s, hoodies were part of hip-hop culture, which was developing on the streets of New York City. They were still serving a practical function. Break dancers wore them on the street to keep their bodies warm before they performed. But a new function was emerging. Graffiti artists were wearing them, and not just to keep warm at night, but they were keeping the hood up to hide their identity from the police. In the 1980s, the hoodie gained cult status thanks to skateboarders. At that time, there were few skate parks, and so skaters were forced to practice wherever they could, whether it was legal or not. Once again, the hoodie was used for hiding the skaters' faces from the authorities. The hoodie was beginning to become a symbol of rebellion worn by outsiders on the limits of society. But at the same time, it moved into mainstream fashion with the streetwear movement, when sportswear became a fashion trend. The streetwear trend has lasted into the present. Dress codes have relaxed, and people prefer to be comfortable. No one goes out on a Friday night wearing a suit anymore. In fact, wearing a hoodie can be a kind of anti-fashion statement. When a high-profile social media boss wears a hoodie, it means that he's too busy with changing the world to worry about what he looks like.
1.16
Welcome to the Friday morning phone-in. We're talking about Martha Jones this morning. Martha's school has put her in isolation because she shaved her head, and according to school rules, her hairstyle is unacceptable. But by shaving her head, Martha has raised an impressive £850 for a cancer charity. So what is more extreme, Martha's haircut or the school's reaction? We want to hear what you think. Call us on 01632 960 231.
This makes me furious. The priority of the school is to educate. But how can this school educate when it's so uneducated itself? It's not clever to isolate a girl when she's studying for exams. How is this helpful? The school should support the girl for finding a creative way to raise money for charity.
This is an outstanding school, and the reason it's so successful is that it has rules and regulations. It's very easy. This girl broke the rules, and it's perfectly normal that she faced appropriate punishment.
The school's behaviour is outrageous. Shame on you, Barlow College. Your rules are pathetic. The girl raised a large sum of money for charity, and you treat her like a criminal. It's unacceptable.
I'd like to ask the school to clarify something for me. How does a girl's haircut affect her ability to study? Surely the school should focus on her academic achievements and not her hairstyle.
I understand the school's point of view. School children must realise that their school has rules. The head of the school has shown leadership qualities, and the girl should be more respectful.
It's just a haircut. I honestly think that it's absolutely ridiculous to make such a fuss about a shaved head.
1.17
The photo shows a man and a woman shopping together. It's hard to say exactly how old they are, but I think they're in their 20s and they're probably a couple. The man's wearing a red top and grey jeans. The woman is sitting on a white chair and she looks bored. On the floor next to her chair, there are several shopping bags. I'm not sure what's in them, but I think they're probably clothes, and I imagine they've been shopping for a few hours already. It's hard to make out exactly what kind of shop they are in, but it seems to be a men's clothes shop. It looks as though they're near the changing rooms because there's a white curtain in the background. The man is holding up a shirt or a pair of trousers. He looks as if he's thinking about trying it on. I don't think the woman looks very interested. Personally, I think she wants to go to a women's clothes shop.
1.18 1.
Cheer somebody on.
2.
Burn off.
3.
Drop out of.
4.
Get into.
5.
Go in for.
6.
Let somebody down.
7.
Take on.
1.19 1.
Beat an opponent. Beat the champion. Defeat an opponent. Defeat the champion.
2,
Break a world record.
3,
Come first. Come second. Come last.
4,
Keep fit. Keep in shape.
5,
Lose a match. Lose a game. Lose a point.
6,
Miss a goal.
7,
Score a goal. Score points.
8,
Win a prize. Win a match. Win a game. Win a point.
1.20.
I'm not into competitive sport. I'll never break a world record, and I'm sure I'll never win a prize for sport. In fact, I usually come last in races, and if I'm in a team, we always lose the match. I don't understand people who need to come first. I've seen men cry when the opposing team scores a goal. I like being healthy and keeping in shape, but I don't need to beat my opponent. I'm happy just to take part.
1.21. 1,
Fan. Supporter.
2,
Referee.
3,
Spectator.
4,
Teammate.
5,
Opponent.
6,
Coach. Trainer.
1.22.
Lucky break. In 1956, goalkeeper Bert Troutman was playing for Manchester City in his first FA Cup final when he dived for the ball in the 75th minute. He knew that he had hurt himself, but he carried on playing. He helped his team to beat Birmingham City 3-1. He then went to hospital where the doctors couldn't believe he was still alive. He had broken his neck.
1.23. 1,
The sports person I look up to most is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's always been a brilliant player, but he's also a caring and generous human being. He's given a lot of money to charities and is especially passionate about children's charities. He's a real inspiration. He's made generous donations to Save the Children, who provide food, clothing and medicine for children in Syria. Once he paid for a baby's brain operation, and his most recent project is to build a children's hospital in Santiago, Chile.
2,
Serena Williams inspires me. She's been a champion for almost 20 years now and is still at the top of her profession. She's an excellent role model for girls and women. She's strong and powerful and has a good body image. She's spoken out about body image and also about what it means to be a black woman in tennis. She's the most successful tennis player in history, but she's also supportive of one of her biggest opponents, her older sister, Venus.
3,
I think Robert Kubica's story is inspiring. He was the first Polish racing driver to win a Formula One Grand Prix, but then he had a terrible accident and he nearly lost his arm. In spite of his serious injuries, he has stayed positive and returned to racing. He inspires young people because he's so courageous and determined.
1.24.
Welcome back to the sports programme. The topic of today's programme is role models. We have 16-year-old Jackie Smith in the studio, and she's going to talk to us about the people who encouraged her to take up competitive sport. First of all, congratulations, Jackie. Last month you became the World Under-18 Windsurfing Champion.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
So, why did you take up windsurfing? Who inspired you?
2 people, really. My mum and my cousin Rachel. I first went windsurfing with my mum. We lived near the sea and we spent every summer on the beach. My mum had entered windsurfing competitions when she was a teenager. She didn't win anything, but she really enjoyed it. She started to teach me how to windsurf as soon as I could swim, and I picked it up really quickly. I was only about 7 years old. My cousin Rachel was there too. She and her family lived near us. My mum gave us both lessons together. Rachel's 2 years older than me, and I've always looked up to her. I still do.
Was your cousin a good windsurfer?
Yes, she was good at a wide range of sports, but she wasn't big-headed about it. She's a very modest person. She was a really good example for me. I wanted to be sporty like her, but I also learnt a lot about being a better person.
So you grew up near the sea. What other water sports did you do?
All sorts. At first, windsurfing wasn't my favourite thing. I liked other water sports like swimming and sailing. Rachel talked me into joining the Children's Sailing Club. We spent all our weekends there, even in winter. We did lots of sailing, and then Rachel thought we should try out rowing. I wasn't sure about rowing at first. I found it a bit boring and slow, which put me off. To be honest, I think I'm more of an individual sports person, and with rowing you're dependent on at least one other person. But my mum thought it was a good idea. Now I'm glad I did it because it made my arms strong, and that helped my windsurfing.
So when did windsurfing become your number one sport?
Well, it was thanks to Rachel. She went in for a windsurfing competition when she was 15. I always wanted to do the same as her, so I entered the competition too. She came second and I came 5th, but I really enjoyed myself, and that was the moment when I decided that windsurfing was my sport. I'm quite ambitious as well as competitive, and I wanted to come first, not 5th. When I set my mind on something, I never give up. So I was determined to go in for more competitions.
Well, you've certainly succeeded. Are your mum and your cousin still your role models?
Yes, definitely. I think I'd take after my mum. I hope I have some of the same qualities anyway. And Rachel is like a big sister to me. They both come to all my competitions to cheer me on.
1.25 1,
Give up.
2,
Take after.
3,
Pick something up.
4,
Try something out.
5,
Look up to.
6,
Talk somebody into.
7,
Put somebody off.
1.26
E. Team. Serve. Or. Sport. Ooh. Shoe. Start.
1.27
E. Team. Ski. Speed. Serve. First. World. Or. Sport. Court. Draw. ooh, shoe, grew, loose, start, arm, heart.
1.28.
Rafa, my story. Chapter 1. The Silence of the Center Court. 45 minutes before the game was scheduled to start, I took a cold shower. Freezing cold water. I do this before every match. It's the point before the point of no return. The first step in the last phase of what I call my pre-game ritual. Under the cold shower, I enter a new space in which I feel my power and resilience grow. I'm a different man when I emerge. I'm activated. After Titin, my physical therapist, had bandaged my knee, I stood up, got dressed, went to a basin, and ran water through my hair. Then I put on my bandana. It's another maneuver that requires no thought, but I do it slowly, carefully, tying it tightly and very deliberately behind the back of my head. There's a practical point to it, keeping my hair from falling over my eyes, but it's also another moment in the ritual, another decisive moment, like the cold shower, when I'm aware that very soon I'll be entering battle. An official in a blazer walked in and told us it was time. Now I was supposed to hand over my bag to a court attendant for him to carry it to my chair. It's part of Wimbledon protocol on final day. It doesn't happen anywhere else. I don't like it. It's a break from my routine. I handed over my bag but took out one racket. I led the way out of the locker room, along corridors with photographs of past champions and trophies behind glass frames, down some stairs, and left and out into the cool English July air and the magical green of the center court. I sat down, took off my white tracksuit top, and took a sip from a bottle of water. Then, from a second bottle, I repeat the sequence every time before a match begins, and at every break between games until a match is over. A sip from one bottle, and then from another. And then I put the two bottles down at my feet, in front of my chair to my left, one neatly behind the other, diagonally aimed at the court. Some call it superstition, but it's not. If it were superstition, why would I keep doing the same thing over whether I win or lose? It's a way of placing myself in a match, ordering my surroundings to match the order I seek in my head. The last part of the ritual, as important as all the preparations that went before, was to look up and search for my family members among the blur of the center court crowd. I don't let them intrude on my thoughts during a match. I don't ever let myself smile during a match. But knowing they are there, as they always have been, gives me the peace of mind on which my success as a player rests. I build a wall around myself when I play, but my family is the cement that holds the wall together.
1.29. 1.
A break from your routine.
2.
A decisive moment.
3.
The first phase. The last phase.
4.
The first step. The last step.
5.
Give somebody peace of mind.
6.
The point of no return.
7.
Do the same thing over.
8.
Repeat a sequence.
1.30. 1.
Action. Activate. Active.
2.
Decision. Decide. Decisive.
3.
Power. Powerful.
4.
repetition, repeat, repetitive,
5,
resilience, resilient,
6,
superstition, superstitious.
1.31.
Visualization. Before an important event, I advise athletes to visit the stadium. This allows them to visualize the day of the competition. They can imagine the smells and the sounds in the stadium, and they imagine winning the competition. Then, when the day of the competition arrives, they try to recreate the success they imagined. Positive thinking. I encourage athletes to talk to themselves before a big race. I force them to concentrate on the times when they won. They need to stay in the present and tell the negative voice in their head to stop talking. Good athletes want to win, but top athletes expect to win. That's positive thinking. Relaxation. Even top athletes can't help feeling nervous, especially when they find themselves standing next to last year's champion. I let them talk to me about their worries, but on the day of the competition, negative thoughts are not allowed. It's a simple fact that if they manage to control their nerves, they tend to do better. Winning. It's all in the mind.
1.32. 1,
I really enjoyed that match, Jenny.
Yes, so did I, darling. Well done.
But we didn't score a single goal.
Nor did they.
But we had so many chances.
So did they.
I wanted us to win.
I know, but listen, you played brilliantly. I think you're a fantastic goalkeeper.
So do I. You really impressed me. Nobody can get past you and your stick. Now, I'm starving.
So am I. Let's go and get something to eat.
2,
Ouch!
Sorry.
You serve so fast.
So do you.
I know, but I don't aim at your head.
Neither do I. Your head just gets in the way.
Come on, we'll never finish this game. I'm going out tonight.
So am I. But it's only 4 o'clock.
I know, but I need time to have a shower and get changed.
So do I. But I don't need 3 hours.
Come on. Hit the ball over the net, but try not to aim at my head this time.
3,
I find this really boring.
Really? I don't. I love it.
But it's just cars going round in circles, and it's always the same drivers. Where are the women? I wish they'd come into the 21st century and have some women drivers.
Yeah, so do I. It's strange. I don't understand it.
Nor do I. Women can drive as well as men. Driving doesn't depend on your strength.
You're right. I can't think of any women drivers.
I can't either, and that's not right, is it? In other sports, there are plenty of women. I think it starts early.
What do you mean?
Well, most professional drivers start go-karting when they're children. I never had the chance to do go-karting.
Oh, I did, but I didn't like it. I was more interested in swimming.
4,
Do you know how much Harry Kane earns just for kicking a ball?
No, I've never thought about it.
Nor have I, but I read an article about it recently. He earns £150,000 a week.
Wow, that's a lot of money. But he is one of the best players in the country.
So is Steph Houghton,
Who's she?
the best female player in the country. And do you know how much she earns?
Probably not £150,000 a week.
No, £65,000 a year.
I thought that women and men were paid equally in sport nowadays.
So did I. But then I read this article and it says that 83% of sports have equal pay for men and women, but the exceptions are football, golf and cricket.
5.
Good luck! We'll meet you at the end.
That's if I get to the end.
Of course you will. It's just 26 miles. Good luck.
I couldn't do it.
No, neither could I. I can't even run around the park.
No, nor can I. But she's so fit. I'd love to be able to run properly.
I would too. I think you just have to practice. Rachel joined a running club last year, and look at her now. I think I'll join the running club.
Good idea. So will I. It's more motivating to do sport with other people. If it's just me, I can talk myself out of it easily.
So can I. I need a lot of encouragement. Anyway, we don't need to meet Rachel for a few hours. Let's go and have something to eat.
1.33.
Goal! Messi's just scored a fantastic goal. He's definitely the best footballer in the world.
I'm not so sure about that.
What do you know about football?
I know that some football players get millions of euros a month. If you ask me, they earn too much.
That's not true. Only a few players earn that much, and they deserve it.
No way! Football players don't save lives. Football's just a game.
Are you kidding? It's the most popular game in the world.
That's true, but they don't do anything important. They just kick a ball.
The thing is, football players can only play when they're young, so they have to earn a lot in a short time.
I'm not convinced. I just don't think footballers are good role models.
I'm sorry. I don't agree with you. They're great role models. They train really hard.
Hey, what's going on in here? Calm down, you two.
He thinks it's okay to pay Messi 2 million euros a month. What do you think about that?
That's ridiculous.
You see?
To be honest, I think he should get at least 10 million.
1.34. 1.
I think female athletes should earn the same salary as male athletes.
I agree. All athletes should be paid equally.
I'm not convinced. Male athletes attract more spectators.
2.
If you ask me, running is the best sport in the world.
That's true. You can do it anywhere and any time.
That's not true. Playing team sports is much better.
3.
In my opinion, golf is for old people.
I agree. It's too slow for young people.
Are you kidding? My brother is 20 and he loves playing golf.
4.
I think boxing should be banned. It's too dangerous.
No way. I think it's great.
That's true. It's too violent.
1.35.
Hey, Jim, where are you going with that heavy bag?
Oh, hi, Beth. I've got a football match in 10 minutes, so I've got all the things I need with me. What about you?
I'm going to the shops. My running shoes are very old, and we have a big competition next month, so I have to be ready.
Right. So how's your training going?
It's going great. Our new trainer is amazing. She's always there for us, even when we get discouraged, and her training really works. I've never run so fast before in my life. Of course, she makes us work hard.
Same here. We train 5 times a week. Our coach is demanding, but that's okay. We came first last year, and we could be number 1 again this season.
You're really lucky, Jim. It must feel great to be the best.
Well, yeah, it's fantastic. But don't give up, Beth. I'm sure you'll start winning medals soon. As you said, you've got a great trainer, and you're already doing better with her help. I'm sure it'll happen for you.
Thanks, Jim. I'll try to be as optimistic as you are, but it's not easy. Oh, by the way, there's a competition on Sunday, and I'm running in the 100-metre race. Do you fancy cheering me on?
Well, I'm playing at 10, but I'll be free after lunch at around 1 o'clock. When is your event?
It doesn't start until 1.
Great, I'll be there.
1.36.
Welcome to this week's travel podcast. My name's Brian Walker, and in today's report, we take a look at some of the most difficult journeys to school around the world. In a village in Indonesia, 20 children have to cross a fast-flowing river to get to their classes. But after a suspension bridge collapsed in bad weather, they now have to cross the river on a wire, like circus performers. In another Indonesian village, children cycle to school, but their bikes are basic and without gears, so when they cycle uphill, it's hard work. That's why they take a shortcut by cycling across an aqueduct, which wasn't designed for people to walk on. There's no room for overtaking here. Many mountainous villages in China are so remote that children have hard and often dangerous journeys to school. Some have to cross a valley hundreds of meters deep on a homemade cable car. Others ride donkeys along narrow winding paths to some of the most inaccessible schools in the world. Teenagers who live on a small Scottish island usually get a ferry to Westray Junior High School on a neighbouring island, but while the ferry is being repaired, they have to get a lift on the world's shortest flight. After boarding the flight, they barely have time to fasten their seatbelts before landing in Westray just 2 minutes after takeoff. The school pupils prefer the flight to the ferry crossing because the sea can be so rough. There's an area in the foothills of the Kenyan Mountains in Africa which is famous for producing the best long-distance runners in the world. Here, children can't catch a bus as there are few cars and no buses. They have to walk or run to school. Roads are no more than dirt tracks, and during the rainy season they turn to mud, making the journey even harder, especially as many of the children run barefoot. Thank you for listening to Travel Podcast. Please tune in for next week's report when we look at the most dangerous bus journeys in the world.
1.37. 1,
Cable car.
2,
Dirt track.
3,
Public transport.
4,
Rush hour.
5,
Shortcut.
6,
Suspension bridge.
7,
Traffic jam.
8,
Winding path.
1.38. 1,
Catch a bus. Catch a train.
2,
Cross a continent. Cross a river. Cross a valley.
3,
Cycle uphill. Cycle downhill.
4,
Walk barefoot.
5,
Get a lift. Get stuck in traffic.
6,
Fasten a seatbelt.
7,
Miss a bus. Miss a train.
1.39. 1,
A journey.
2,
A drive.
3,
A crossing.
4,
A ride.
5,
A voyage.
6,
A flight.
7,
A tour.
8,
A cruise.
1.40.
What do you think about the news that there's a lion in the holiday resort?
I'm terrified. I heard it. I was just making the tea when I heard a loud roar. It must be a lion. I've never heard anything like that before. It's very frightening, but I'm pleased the police are looking for it. I hope they find it before it finds them.
And you, sir?
I don't really know what to think. Several people say they saw a lion, so I suppose it might have escaped from the zoo. There's a zoo about 20 miles from here.
How about you, madam?
Well, it's a bit worrying, isn't it? I've got young children and a dog. It's the dog I worry about. If the lion has escaped from a zoo, it could be very hungry by now. It might not have eaten for a while, and my dog would make a nice snack for a lion. And keeping the dog and the kids inside the caravan.
And you, madam?
It's exciting, isn't it? I think it could have been somebody's pet. There are some strange people round here. I know that some people have snakes and crocodiles as pets. Why not lions? They're cute when they're young. It may have grown too big and they let it go.
Sir, what about you?
I don't believe it. It can't be a lion. That's ridiculous. I think it's probably a cow.
And the roar?
Cows make loud noises.
1.41.
And now the news from where you are.
Thank you. This is Radio Essex. The search for an escaped lion has now been called off. Police were called to a popular holiday resort 2 days ago after receiving calls from worried residents. Several people reported seeing or hearing a lion. The local zoo has confirmed that no lion has escaped. The police found no footprints or any other signs that a large wild animal was in the area, and so they have concluded that it must have been a large domesticated cat. And now, for today's sport.
1.42. 1.
So, how was your family cruise?
Oh, it was okay. Pretty good, really. We saw some amazing places, and considering we were with our parents, we all got on well most of the time. We didn't have any arguments. Well, not until the last day, and then I had a really big argument with my sister. It was stupid, really. I wanted to get off the ship and visit Naples. I've never been there before, and I thought it was a perfect opportunity to see somewhere new. But my sister was tired and wanted to stay on the ship by the pool. We tried to persuade her to come with us, but she always does what she wants, and she doesn't think of other people. I had to go to Naples on my own with our parents. It was really boring.
2.
I just don't think we should stay here. It's not a very nice campsite, and the weather's awful. I really think we should go and find a budget hotel.
A budget hotel? I can't believe you said that. That's so boring. And this is supposed to be an adventure.
I know, and I've really enjoyed it so far. I want to have an adventure, I really do. But putting a tent up in this weather is horrible. Everything's going to be wet.
It's raining a bit, but we'll be lovely and warm in the tent. It's going to be more comfortable than a 3-star hotel, I promise.
3.
Yes. Can I help you?
Yes, I've booked a single room for 2 nights. My name's Baker. James Baker.
Baker. Yes, here you are. 2 nights. Is it a business trip?
Yes, it is.
Would you like breakfast?
Oh, yes, please.
That will be an extra £16.
Oh, I thought it was included.
Did you book online?
Yes, I did.
Oh, right. We have an online special offer at the moment. Your first breakfast is free, so you just need to pay for the second day. Can you fill in this form, please?
4.
For today's ski update, we go over to Mary Eden in the French Alps.
Thank you. Yes, I'm here in the wonderful French Alps beneath Mont Blanc. I'm in the village of Megève, one of the oldest ski resorts in the world. The weather is perfect today, but last week we had a few warm, rainy days when skiing was not much fun. But it's impossible to be disappointed with Megève. There are so many different things to do here. There are more than 90 restaurants and cafes. Fortunately, the rain has turned to snow. It's time to get out of the cafes and go skiing.
5.
It's time to leave package holidays behind and take a trip that you will remember for the rest of your life. With Overland Tours, you will see the real world. Overland Tours believe that travelling is not only about the destination. The bus journey is an important part of the experience. Come with us on one of our overland buses and travel to places other travel companies don't reach. You will meet local people and learn about their culture. Our tour leaders will take care of you and make sure you have everything you need. Come and join an overland tour. You'll be in a small group, but we can guarantee that you'll have big experiences.
6.
You're too young to go backpacking on your own. You've never been abroad before. You have no idea what to expect. You might not like it. You'll probably be lonely. And anything could happen. You could get ill, or somebody could steal your money. I know you want to get away and have new experiences, but I'd feel much happier if you were with friends. You could stay with your Auntie Margaret in Canada, or your pen friend in France. I just don't understand why you want to go trekking in Nepal on your own.
1.43. 1.
A bus journey. A return journey.
2.
A business trip. A round-the-world trip.
3.
A travel company. A travel agent.
4.
A tour leader. A tour guide.
5.
A package holiday. A skiing holiday.
6.
A single room. A double room. A twin room.
7.
A ski resort. A seaside resort.
8.
A budget hotel. A 3-star hotel.
1.44.
The Andes. The Canaries. Cyprus. The Danube. Hawaii. The Himalayas. Naples. The Nile. The Pyrenees. The Thames. Vienna. Warsaw.
1.45.
Cities. Warsaw. Vienna. Naples. Islands. Hawaii. Cyprus. The Canaries. Rivers. The Nile. The Danube. The Thames. Mountain ranges. The Himalayas. The Andes. The Pyrenees.
1.46.
Can travel still broaden the minds of the smartphone generation? Travel writer William Sutcliffe believes that smartphones have changed backpacking in a bad way.
I believe that travel ought to be a profound experience. By cutting us off from everything that has previously been familiar to us, travel challenges our beliefs and makes us see the world in new ways. But when so many relationships and social support networks are carried out digitally, and with every backpacker hostel from Machu Picchu to Dharamsala offering Wi-Fi, it's actually impossible for millennials to cut themselves off from home. What has this done to the nature of travel? A modern traveller will probably be more concerned about whether their room has Wi-Fi than whether it has a bathroom. To be disconnected is unthinkable, but this means that they have one foot firmly planted at home at all times. I don't think you can consider this way of travelling as a journey of self-discovery.
Charlotte Johnson, a millennial, argues that her smartphone did not get in the way of life-altering travel experiences.
I took my gap year a couple of years ago, and I'm really glad I did because it changed my life. The time I spent in India and Zambia were the hardest and most rewarding of my life. Despite the fact that I had my smartphone in my pocket, I really felt that I had immersed myself in a foreign culture, and I learned a lot about myself and the world around me. So I think Mr. Sutcliffe is uninformed when he belittles the experience of today's travellers. Of course, the way we travel has changed. The world around us has changed. It's unavoidable. There are lots of pluses. You can call home when something happens, book plane tickets on your phone, withdraw money from a cash point, even find hidden temples on Google Maps. And don't think that teenagers in remote sub-Saharan African villages don't have Facebook accounts. They do, and you can stay in touch long after you have left. Staying connected doesn't detract from travelling. Independence doesn't necessarily have to be solitary, and young people don't need to be cut off from home to explore the wider world and appreciate their place in it. Just as much as our parents' generation did, we millennials want to watch the sunrise, make friends with like-minded strangers as we dip our feet into the waters of a deserted beach after an unpleasant overnight journey on 2 different buses. The values and aspirations are the same. We also have to address the same challenges. Saving up for, planning and executing a gap year trip is hard work. During the trip, even if you are only a text away from your friends at home, you still have to learn how to budget, problem solve, and develop people skills in order to survive. I've made a promise to myself. If I have children, I shall never tell them it's not like it was in my day.
1.47. 1,
Unavoidable.
2,
Disconnected.
3,
Unfamiliar.
4,
Uninformed.
5,
Unpleasant.
6,
Unrewarding.
7,
Unthinkable.
1.48. 1,
Immerse yourself in a foreign culture.
2,
Challenge your beliefs.
3,
Cut yourself off from your family. Cut yourself off from your home.
4,
Take a gap year.
5,
Withdraw money from a cash point.
1.49.
When my parents got their first car, we were really excited. There weren't so many cars on the road then, and nobody used to worry about pollution or the environment. There was plenty of clean air. We didn't used to have seatbelts then either. I remember my baby sister would sit in the front with my mother. My father smoked a pipe while he was driving, and the car used to be full of smoke. We used to go on holiday to France every summer by car. It was a bit boring because we didn't have computers or DVDs. We'd listen to the radio and look out of the window. In France, my father followed a map. We didn't have GPS then. We'd stop to look at the map, but we couldn't ask for directions because we didn't speak French and nobody used to speak English in those days.
1.50.
Air travel didn't used to be very common when I was a young man. It was very expensive, so travelling by air was a luxury. I used to work for an American company, and I would travel from London to New York regularly. Then the flight was just 4 hours by Concorde. It takes 8 hours now. On Concorde, the cabin crew would look after you really well. They'd offer you food, drinks, or even cigarettes. Lots of people would smoke. It's funny, people would dress up to go on a plane. They'd put their best clothes on. Men would wear suits, and women would wear their smartest outfits. It used to be a glamorous way to travel. Not like now. It's so stressful. We didn't used to go through security at the airport. I would carry my Swiss Army knife everywhere. That's impossible now. Are planes safer now? Probably, but travelling by air is a very different experience.
1.51.
Left or right? Today, 75% of cars drive on the right, but it didn't always used to be like that. In fact, everybody used to travel on the left. In Roman times, roads used to be dangerous and travellers would carry swords in their right hands. Travellers on horses would ride on the left side of the road so that the right hand was free to use the sword. Then Napoleon changed the rule. Why? Because he was a revolutionary. Before the French Revolution, the aristocracy would travel on the left and poor people would stay on the right. After the revolution, the aristocracy joined the poor people on the right, and driving on the right became the new law. What about the rest of the world? China, Portugal, Sweden, and parts of Canada used to drive on the left and only changed the law during the mid-20th century. More than 50 countries, including the UK, Australia, Japan, and India, still drive on the left today.
1.52.
Welcome to Travel Heroes. This week we have TV presenter Jenny James in the studio to talk to us about her travel hero. Hi Jenny.
Hi Ricky.
So Jenny, tell us about your travel hero.
Well, first of all, it's travel heroes. My travel heroes are a couple from Argentina who walked away from their day-to-day lives because they had a dream. And their dream was to go travelling before they started a family.
Okay, and did they fulfill their dream?
Yes and no. They set off from Argentina in 2000 and travelled in a vintage car all the way to Alaska. On the way, they went down the Amazon River in a raft, ran out of money, had problems with visas, and had their first child. But they also met so many amazing people that they decided to carry on travelling. They ended up travelling around 100 countries for 17 years in the same vintage car. The family of 3 became a family of 6. They've brought all 4 children up on the road. The parents homeschool the children through an online service, and they print off the latest lessons whenever they are near a computer. As the father says, what better way is there for my children to be educated than to see the world?
That's an amazing trip. I'm sure many people would love to go away for a few months, but 17 years? How could they afford it?
Well, when they run out of money, they work for a while. For example, after the trip to Alaska, they went back to Argentina and wrote a book about their travels. It's a bestseller. They also travelled cheaply. Their car was their home for 17 years. In many places, local people put them up, but in other places, they would pull over and sleep in the car. They put up a tent on the roof of the car, and the children slept there while the car seats turned into a bed for the parents.
But this car, it's more than 80 years old. Did it ever break down?
Sure, it broke down a few times, but people were always happy to help. The car can't go faster than 65 kilometres per hour, but as their grandfather said before they set off, if you want to get far, you need to go slowly.
2.1.
Hi, Sophie. Can you do me a big favor? I really need your help.
Why? What's the problem?
You know I am going to England to do an English course and stay with a family. Well, I don't know what to pack. Can you give me some advice?
All right, don't worry. I had the same problem last year when I went to London. How long will you be there?
I'm going for a month.
Okay, the first thing you should do is check the weather forecast. I know it's summer, but the weather changes quickly in England. If I were you, I'd pack lots of t-shirts and a couple of pullovers. How big is your suitcase?
It's not very big. I don't want to check it in.
I think you should check it in. If you don't, you can't take shampoo and shower gel.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Right, I'll take my mum and dad's suitcase. How many pairs of jeans do I need?
You probably don't need to take more than 2 pairs of jeans, but you really ought to take some smart trousers for going out. Now, what about a present for the family? You mustn't forget to take them something.
Oh, yeah, of course. What do you think I should take?
The best thing would be to get something at the airport, like a box of chocolates.
Good thinking.
Oh, just one more thing. It's a good idea to write a list of things you might forget, like your phone, tickets, money, etc.
Thanks, Sophie. That's really helpful.
You're welcome. And don't forget your phone charger. I want to see lots of photos of England.
2.2. 1.
Excuse me, can I help you? You seem to be lost.
Yes, I am. I'm going to visit a friend in Great Ditley. I decided against driving because the roads are so confusing around here, and I thought public transport would be simpler, but I must have got off the bus at the wrong stop because everything looked strange. I asked someone for directions, but I evidently misunderstood because I ended up in the middle of a field, and now I don't know where I am.
Well, I'm happy to say that this is Great Ditley. The village centre is just along this road.
That is a relief. Oh, thank you so much.
2.
I've just come back from a package holiday to the Greek islands. Best holiday ever. First, we flew to Mykonos. That was a non-stop party and I met loads of great people there. Then, we went on a short cruise to Santorini. Wow! There are amazing traditional white houses, the famous blood-red sunsets, and we stayed in a great 3-star hotel. After that, we took a flight to Crete, where we did a cycling tour and swam at some amazing beaches. Crete is a big place, so we did a bus tour around parts of the island too. I couldn't have had a better holiday.
3.
Hello, Terence Jones speaking.
Oh, Terry, I'm so glad I caught you before you left the office.
Gina, hello. What's up? Aren't you on your way to New York?
I was, but the road is completely blocked. It's meant to be a 30-minute drive, but nothing's moving.
There might have been an accident.
Maybe, but right now, I need you to check what other flights there are for New York tonight. Just in case I miss mine, you know?
No problem. I'll find out and call you back.
2.3 1.
red, cherries, radishes, chili peppers,
2.
orange, apricots, pumpkin, carrots,
3.
green, cabbage, avocados, spinach,
4.
yellow, sweet corn, grapefruit, pineapple,
5.
white, cauliflower, garlic, coconut,
6.
purple, aubergines, figs, beetroot,
2.4 1.
Bitter, sour, sweet,
2.
cooked, raw,
3.
fresh, stale, rotten, sour,
4.
hot, spicy, mild, bland,
5.
unripe, ripe,
6.
lean, fatty,
2.5 1.
crunchy biscuits, stale biscuits, dry biscuits,
2.
wholemeal bread, sliced bread, white bread,
3.
black pepper, ground pepper, cayenne pepper,
4.
brown rice, long grain rice, white rice,
5.
mixed salad, side salad, green salad,
6.
homemade soup, tinned soup, mushroom soup,
7.
sugar syrup, chocolate syrup, maple syrup,
8.
sparkling water, still water, soda water,
2.6
It's your birthday soon, isn't it?
Yes, it's the day after tomorrow.
Are you doing anything special? Shall I organise something?
Oh, thanks. But my parents are taking me on a restaurant experience.
A restaurant experience? Oh, you mean you're going to the top of the Shard?
That would be amazing, but no, it's not that.
Are you going to that place where you eat in the dark?
No, I don't think so. I've heard of that place. It sounds really strange.
I'm going there with my mum and dad next week. I'm not sure I'm going to like it much, because you can't see what you're eating. But I'm going to eat as much as possible because my parents are paying. So anyway, what's your experience about?
Well, it's called Circus Restaurant. While we eat, trapeze artists perform above our heads and acrobats do tricks on the tables in front of you. Soon, you won't be able to go to a restaurant without having an experience.
What time are you going?
It opens at 6:30 and it's a Saturday night, so it's going to be crowded. Then we're seeing a show afterwards.
Wow, that sounds great. 2 shows in one night. Are you doing anything after the show? We could go out.
Good idea. I'll message you as soon as I leave the theatre.
2.7.
Good morning and welcome to the food programme. Today our guest is nutritionist Sandra Duffy. Hello and welcome to the programme, Sandra.
Hello, thanks for inviting me.
Sandra, how do I know if my diet is healthy or not?
Well, that's a good question, and the easy answer is, do you feel well? Do you have plenty of energy? And secondly, do you look well? Does your skin and your hair look healthy? If you don't feel or look well, your diet may not be healthy. I always say that a healthy diet is a balanced one. You need a bit of everything, but not too much of anything, especially salt or sugar. A little salt and sugar is okay, but you shouldn't eat too much. For instance, there is a lot of salt in crisps and fast food, and a huge amount of sugar in fizzy drinks. I don't think people realise this. If you have a balanced diet, you get enough protein and vitamins. One of the healthiest diets in the world is the Mediterranean diet, and that's because Mediterranean people eat a huge variety of fresh food. Their diet is rich in fruit, vegetables, cereals, pasta, olive oil and fish. Just think about all the different Mediterranean vegetables. Green peppers, red tomatoes, lettuce, purple aubergines, yellow corn, black olives. A healthy meal is a colourful one. Even if you can't find Mediterranean vegetables, try to make your meals as colourful and varied as you can. Finally, one of the most important things about a healthy diet is that it must not be an obsession. Thinking about food is good, but if you become a very fussy eater, then your diet is probably not healthy.
2.8. 1.
I'm interested in having a natural diet, and so for the last 2 years, I've only eaten raw food. I believe that when you cook fresh food, you lose the goodness and vitamins in it. I eat raw vegetables, which takes care of the vitamins, but of course I also need protein. It's easy to eat raw vegetables and fruit, but not so easy to eat raw meat and fish. I think raw meat isn't good for you, and personally I don't like the taste of raw fish. So instead, I eat raw eggs. For dessert I eat fruit. I feel healthy and have lots of energy, but I never have a hot meal. One of the main problems with my diet is that it's difficult to eat with the rest of my family.
2.
I love desserts. Cakes, puddings, chocolate, anything sweet. But one day I read an article about sugar and how bad it is for you. I realised I was addicted to fattening food and I needed to do something about it urgently. I thought about giving up desserts, but I couldn't do it. It's impossible. So I decided to divide the week into dessert days and non-dessert days. Now there are 5 days in the week when I don't eat desserts, but at the weekend I can eat as many as I like. On non-dessert days, I eat more fresh fruit, which is much healthier. I still wake up thinking about cakes and go to sleep thinking about chocolate ice cream.
3.
I only eat food that is grown or produced near my home. That means there's less choice because I don't live in a Mediterranean country. But the fruit and vegetables I eat are really fresh and they taste so good. I do eat a lot of vegetables, but I don't have a completely vegetarian diet. I tried once when I was about 14, but I missed meat, especially roast chicken. Now, my parents have hens in the garden, and so we have fresh eggs every day. The best thing about eating locally produced food is that it's good for the environment. No planes or lorries are involved in transporting food for long distances. I think that's a good thing.
4.
I'm a vegan. I respect animals and I don't want them to suffer. That means that I don't eat or use any animal products for any purpose. I don't eat meat, fish, dairy, or anything that comes from animals. I don't wear clothes made from animals either, and I do my best to find shoes that aren't made from leather. When I was a child, I ate meat and drank milk like most people. But then when I was 13, I started thinking about where my food came from. I learnt about how animals suffer, and I was shocked. I decided to become a vegan, and I've become very good at cooking lovely vegan meals. When you're a vegan, you don't often eat a heavy meal, and I sometimes feel hungry between meals. But then I eat a healthy snack, an apple or a carrot and some nuts.
2.9. 1.
Fast food. Fattening food. Healthy food. Organic food.
2.
Balanced diet. Fattening diet. Healthy diet. Vegetarian diet.
3.
Cold snack. Healthy snack. Light snack. Quick snack.
4.
Healthy meal. Heavy meal. Hot meal. 3-course meal.
2.10. 1.
Coffee. Orange.
2.
Beef. Beans.
3.
Grapes. Cakes.
4.
Banana. Avocado.
5.
Cabbage. Spinach.
2.11. 1.
Coffee. Orange. Cauliflower.
2.
Beef. Beans. Sardines.
3.
Grapes. Cakes. Potato.
4.
Banana. Avocado. Tomato.
5.
Cabbage. Spinach. Lettuce.
2.12.
The Real Junk Food Project. One man's mission is to end food waste by feeding people, not bins. Adam Smith is the founder of the Real Junk Food Project. He is passionate about collecting food that has been discarded by supermarkets and transforming this wasted food into healthy, nutritious meals. Smith worked as a head chef for 10 years and thought of the idea for the Real Junk Food project when he was travelling in Australia and witnessed the scale of food waste in the agricultural sector and catering industry. The global statistics are shocking. Roughly 1/3 of food produced in the world for human consumption every year gets lost or wasted. Over 800 million people in the world, that's 1 in every 9 people on Earth, do not have enough food to lead a healthy, active life. Smith founded the Real Junk Food project to fill the gap between hunger and excess food and to raise awareness about how much food goes to waste. Everyone is welcome in the Real Junk Food cafes. Smith started the project and opened the first Real Junk Food cafe in his hometown Leeds in 2013. Since then, the concept has been exported as far away as Los Angeles and Brazil, Warsaw and Zurich. The idea is simple. Volunteers go out and collect food from various sources: farms, restaurants, factories and supermarkets. Meals are produced and sold in cafes on a pay-as-you-feel (PAYF) basis so that nobody is excluded. The cafes are for the community in general, not only for the poor. Those who can afford it pay what they think the meal is worth, while those who can't afford to buy meals from the cafe can earn their meals by volunteering. For instance, they can help with the washing up. Food served in the Real Junk Food cafes is checked by officials. There is some controversy around the fact that some of the food served in the Real Junk Food cafes is past its sell-by date. Smith explains that chefs inspect the food and use their judgment to decide whether it is safe to eat. The food is cooked in accordance with official government standards, and cafes are inspected regularly by the Environmental Health Department. They've fed over 10,000 people, and nobody's been ill yet. Anything that isn't fit for human consumption goes to feed animals or as compost on vegetable gardens. Children are taught how to make positive changes at home. Smith believes that change needs to happen immediately and on a local level. Too many people are completely uneducated about food, and this was the incentive for setting up an educational branch of the Real Junk Food project called Fuel for School. The initiative has 2 aims: to get breakfast to every hungry schoolchild in the country, and secondly, to teach children the value of food so that they can reduce the amount of leftovers in their own homes. The idea is that if children know what they're eating, where it's come from and how it's prepared, they develop an engagement with food and life skills for the future.
2.13 1.
Industrial waste. Household waste. Food waste.
2.
Financial sector. Voluntary sector. Agricultural sector.
3.
Tourist industry. Manufacturing industry. Catering industry.
4.
Energy consumption. Meat consumption. Human consumption.
5.
Expiry date. Due date. Sell-by date.
6.
Safety standards. International standards. Government standards.
7.
Minimum level. Record level. Local level.
8.
Alarming statistics. Official statistics. Global statistics.
2.14. 1.
My mum makes a fantastic bread and butter pudding. She gave me the recipe and it's very easy. You slice the stale bread and put butter on it. Put the slices of bread and butter in a dish. You can add some dried fruit too if you like. It's up to you. Oh, and if you have some bananas that are too ripe, chop them up and put them in the pudding. Then heat some milk in a small pan. Don't boil it. Mix 3 eggs with 3 large spoons of sugar and add the warm milk. Then you pour the mixture over the bread. Put it in the oven for 45 minutes, and that's it. Delicious.
2.
My favourite recipe for stale bread is French toast. It isn't really a recipe. You just need 1 egg and you mix it up in a bowl. Then you dip a slice of bread in the egg mixture and fry it in a frying pan for a couple of minutes. I love it with sugar on, but I know I shouldn't.
3.
I like baguettes, but they don't stay fresh for very long. But when I was on holiday in France, I learnt a trick to recycle the old baguette instead of throwing it away. You hold it under the tap and let cold water pour on the surface. Then you put it in a hot oven for 10 minutes. When you take it out, it's nice and crispy again.
2.15.
Is anybody else hungry?
I am.
Are you? That's unusual, isn't it?
OK, it's true. I'm always hungry. But I'm not the only one, am I?
No, you're not. I'm starving. Let's order some pizzas, shall we?
Good idea. Jess, you've got the food delivery app, haven't you?
Let me see. Ah, yes, here it is.
Make sure you don't order from Pizza Hub. They're rubbish.
OK, we can choose another restaurant. You're the pizza expert, Ollie.
Yes, right. We can use Regal pizzas, can't we?
Just a minute. Yes, they're on here.
Hang on. Maggie, you need gluten-free, don't you?
Yes, thanks for remembering. I'll have a gluten-free margarita.
OK. You'll have the spicy sausage, Ollie, won't you?
How did you know? We haven't had pizza for ages, have we?
Actually, we had pizza 2 days ago and you had a spicy sausage then.
Oh, yes. That was really good.
I'll have a normal margarita. Right, all ordered. We're not having drinks, are we?
No, tap water's fine.
2.16.
Hi, you ordered food, didn't you?
Yes, we did.
OK, that's 1 green curry, 1 red curry and 2 rice. That's everything, isn't it?
No, it isn't. We didn't order curry, we ordered pizzas.
Pizzas? You are Mr. and Mrs. Whitecross, aren't you?
No, we're not Mr. and Mrs. Whitecross. We don't look like Mr. and Mrs. anybody, do we?
No, you don't. And this isn't 102 Corn Street, is it?
No, it isn't. You've got the wrong address.
I'm really sorry.
2.17.
Listen, I'm so hungry. We could just take the curries, couldn't we?
Mr. and Mrs. Whitecross wouldn't be too happy, would they?
They won't know, will they?
No, that's just wrong. We can wait a bit longer, can't we? Listen, number 102 is across the road. You won't get lost again now, will you?
I'll try not to. Thanks.
Hello. This is 120 Corn Street, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Have you got our pizzas?
2.18.
Excuse me, can I order, please?
Certainly. What can I get you?
Can you tell me what the Mario special salad is?
Sure. It's a salad with lettuce, red peppers and chicken.
Oh. Do you have any vegetarian dishes?
Vegetarian. What about pasta?
Do you know what the pasta sauce is?
Yes, it's a delicious salmon sauce.
Oh, I don't eat fish.
You don't eat fish. Can I suggest a very good vegetarian restaurant just 5 minutes from here?
No, it's okay. Can you tell me what the soup is?
Ah, it's vegetable soup today. Would you like the soup?
Maybe. But first, I'd like to know if there are onions in it.
Yes, it's a vegetable soup. There are onions in it. Is that a problem?
Yes. I'm sorry, but I'm allergic to onions.
Right. How about the salad without chicken?
Yes, salad sounds good. Can I have chips with that?
Yes, of course. Is that everything?
Yes, thanks.
Would you like to see the dessert menu?
No, thanks. Could I have the bill, please?
2.19.
Was everything okay with your meal?
Yes, thanks. I'm writing a review for my online food blog.
Oh, I see. Are you sure you don't want to see the dessert menu? We have a delicious chocolate mousse. You should try it.
No, thanks. I'm allergic to chocolate. Just the bill, please.
Certainly. Just one moment, please.
2.20. 1.
False. The colour of the sea depends on the sun. When the sun shines down onto the ocean, red, orange and yellow rays are absorbed quickly, while blue rays are not absorbed. They are reflected back, giving the sea a blue colour. When the seabed is stirred up by a storm, the sea can appear brown, and the presence of plants can give it a green colour.
2.
True. Underwater rivers are similar to those you find on dry land. They flow along valleys in the seabed, and they have currents and river banks on both sides. The only difference is they don't have trees on the river banks.
3.
True. The blue whale is even bigger than the biggest dinosaurs. Blue whales grow up to 30 metres in length and can weigh as much as 200,000 kilograms. In the 20th century, they were hunted until they almost died out. In 1966, blue whale hunting was banned.
4.
True. Up to 80% of volcanic eruptions happen underwater. The lava can heat up the water to almost 400 degrees Celsius.
5.
False. When Ferdinand Magellan sailed around the tip of South America in 1520, he came across another body of water. He called it the Peaceful Ocean, or the Pacific.
6.
False. Humpback whales leave the icy waters around Alaska in autumn and swim for 6 to 8 weeks to the calm seas of Hawaii, where they mate and give birth to their young.
7.
False. Hawaiian surfer Garrett McNamara surfed a monster wave measuring 23.8 metres at Nazaré in Portugal in 2011.
8.
True. The Mid-Atlantic Ridge runs from Iceland to Antarctica beneath the Atlantic and stretches for roughly 16,000 kilometres.
9.
True. The Great Barrier Reef stretches for 2,300 kilometres. It's made up of 2,900 individual reefs and 900 tropical islands.
10.
True. It depends on the shape of the ocean floor and other factors. But when the tide comes in the Bay of Fundy on the coast of Canada, the water is 16 meters deeper than when the tide goes out. In the Caribbean Sea, the change in depth between high and low tide is only 10 centimeters.
2.21. 1,
Be formed from.
2,
Find by chance.
3,
Rise.
4,
Become extinct.
5,
Fall.
6,
Increase the temperature.
7,
Disturb.
2.22. 1,
A dangerous current. An ocean current. A strong current.
2,
A desert island. A remote island. A tropical island.
3,
A mountain peak. A mountain range. A mountain ridge.
4,
A fast-flowing river. A slow-moving river. A winding river.
5,
A calm sea. A heavy sea. A rough sea.
6,
A high tide. A low tide. A rising tide.
7,
A giant wave. A huge wave. A tidal wave.
2.23. 1,
Breadth. Broaden. Broad.
2,
Depth. Deepen. Deep.
3,
Height. Heighten. High.
4,
Length. Lengthen. Long.
5,
Strength. Strengthen. Strong.
6,
Width. Widen. Wide.
2.24.
Vertical farms in Singapore.
The biggest problem that megacities have is how to provide food and water for their inhabitants. But one small country may have found the solution. Singapore is a tiny country which is famous for innovation, but has very little space to grow food. Fortunately, a vertical farm invented by Jack Ng, a farmer, does not need much space at all. At the moment, the farm only produces a few different kinds of vegetable, but there are plans to expand production to include more. Perhaps in the future, Jack Ng's invention will help feed the world.
2.25.
Hello and welcome to The Future is Green. Today, we're talking about a special project to make schools more environmentally friendly. We have a pupil from Year 12, Michael James, to tell us about it. Hi, Michael, and thanks for talking to us today.
That's okay. I'm missing a few lessons, so I don't mind at all.
Now, can you tell us about your project? How did it begin?
About a year and a half ago, one of our teachers started an after-school club called Friends of the Planet. At first, it was just for pupils from our school, but then we contacted other schools in our area. Now our Friends of the Planet group has members from 6 other secondary schools. We meet once a week, and for the last 6 months, we've been working on this special project.
I see. What exactly is this special project?
Basically, we've designed an eco-school of the future. We worked with a group of architects who are planning to build a school that is more environmentally friendly. The architects contacted our group because they wanted to involve young people, and together we've made a model of how this eco-school will look.
It sounds very exciting. Michael has brought the model of the eco-school into the studio with him. Can you explain it to our listeners, please, Michael?
Sure. First of all, we have solar panels on the roof of the school. There are 50 panels altogether.
And will they provide power for the whole school?
Yes, that's the idea. It will save a lot of money on electricity.
Ah, yes, I can imagine. Tell me about the garden.
Our eco-school will grow vegetables, and we'll use them for school dinners. So our school dinners will be very organic and much cheaper than buying food from the local supermarket or even from a local farm. We'll also have chickens, rabbits and ducks.
And will they go into the school dinners too?
No, that would be terrible. They'll be pets, and they'll be useful. They'll eat the leftovers from the kitchen, and the chickens will provide eggs.
Very good. So, what other plans do you have to make the school more environmentally friendly?
We'll use low-energy light bulbs in all the classrooms. We'll also have recycling bins in every classroom and in the school grounds.
And what about your lessons? Will they be different from non-eco schools?
Most of our lessons will be similar to lessons in any secondary school. But in our science lessons, we'll focus more on environmental issues like climate change and global warming. Then in our technology lessons, we'll learn about things like renewable energy and even how to make solar panels.
I see. Well, we've almost run out of time. Thank you for talking to us about your project. It's very nice to meet a teenager who is so concerned about the environment. In my experience, most 17 and 18-year-olds are only interested in gadgets and games.
Well, I like gadgets and games too, but I probably worry about the environment more than my friends.
We must stop there. Thank you, Michael. Your project sounds fascinating, and I'll look forward to visiting your eco-school when it's all up and...
2.26 1,
Recycling bins.
2,
Low energy light bulbs.
3,
Climate change.
4,
Renewable energy.
5,
Environmental issues.
6,
Solar panels.
7,
Global warming.
2.27
Environment. Interesting. Located. Organic. Recycling. Renewable. Responsible. Secondary. Vegetable.
2.28 A,
Interesting. Secondary. Vegetable.
B,
Located. organic, recycling,
C.
environment, renewable, responsible.
2.29.
Text 1.
A walk in the woods. We hiked till 5 and camped beside a spring in a small grassy clearing in the trees just off the trail. Because it was our first day back on the trail, we had plenty of food, including cheese and bread that had to be eaten before they went off, or were shaken to bits in our backpacks, so we rather gorged ourselves, then sat around chatting lazily until numerous little flying insects drove us into our tents. It was perfect sleeping weather, cool enough to need a sleeping bag, but warm enough that you could sleep in your underwear, and I was looking forward to a long night's sleep, indeed was enjoying a long night's sleep, when at some dark hour there was a sound nearby that woke me up suddenly. Normally, I slept through everything, through thunderstorms, through cats' snoring, so something big enough to wake me was unusual. There was a sound of breaking branches, something heavy pushing through the trees, and then a kind of loud breathing noise. I sat straight up. Every neuron in my brain was awake. I reached for my knife, then realized I had left it in my backpack just outside the tent. After many quiet nights, I was no longer worried about having to defend myself in the night. There was another noise quite near. "Stephen, you awake?" I whispered. "Yep," he replied in a tired but normal voice. "What was that?" "How should I know?" "It sounded big." "Everything sounds big in the woods." This was true. Once a skunk had come through our camp, and it had sounded like a stegosaurus. There was another noise, and then the sound of drinking at the spring. It was having a drink, whatever it was. I moved on my knees to the foot of the tent, carefully opened the entrance and looked out, but it was pitch black. As quietly as I could, I brought in my backpack and with the light of a small flashlight searched through it for my knife. When I found it and opened it, I was shocked at how small it looked. It was perfectly suitable for, say, putting butter on pancakes, but useless for defending oneself against 400 pounds of hungry bear. Carefully, very carefully, I climbed from the tent and put on the flashlight, which shone a disappointingly feeble light. Something about 15 or 20 feet away looked up at me. I couldn't see anything at all of its shape or size, only two shining eyes. It went silent, whatever it was, and stared back at me. "Stephen," I whispered at his tent, "did you pack a knife?" "No." "Have you got anything sharp at all?" He thought for a moment. "Nail clippers."
Text 2.
How to survive a bear attack. You're more likely to die from a bee sting than you are to be killed by a bear, but in the unlikely event of meeting a bear in the wild, here are a few tips. The best way to survive a bear encounter is to never have one. This is not too difficult because most bears just want to be left alone. Bears often want your food, so if you're camping in bear territory, make sure you store your food carefully, at least 100 meters from your tent. To avoid surprising a bear in the wild, make a noise as you walk. Sing loudly. Clap your hands. Never get between a female bear and her cubs. If you do come face to face with a bear, don't turn your back and run. You're acting like prey. Stay calm and walk backwards and slowly take out your pepper spray. It's better than a gun. If the bear runs towards you, aim the spray just above the bear's head. It almost always works. If the bear keeps coming towards you, lie down on your front with your hands over the back of your neck to protect it and pretend to be dead. Don't move for at least 20 minutes.
2.30.
Then I sat for ages on my knees, facing the front of the tent, listening carefully, holding my walking stick like a weapon, and with my knife open and at hand in case I had to defend myself. The bears, animals, whatever they were, drank for perhaps 20 minutes more, then quietly left the way they had come. It was a happy moment, but I knew from my reading that they would be likely to return. I listened and listened, but the forest became silent and stayed quiet.
2.31
Places.
1,
A clearing.
2,
A path.
3,
A pond.
4,
A spring.
5,
A trail. Trees.
1,
Branches.
2,
Leaves.
3,
Roots.
4,
A trunk. Animals.
1,
A bee.
2,
A fox.
3,
A hedgehog.
4,
A skunk.
5,
A squirrel. Hunting.
1,
A predator.
2,
Prey.
2.32 1,
Come face to face with.
2,
Die from.
3,
Go off.
4,
Reach for.
5,
Search through.
6,
Sit around.
7,
Sleep through.
2.33
Story 2.
The Gorilla and the Toddler. An American boy who is now 21 years old owes his life to a gorilla at Brookfield Zoo. When he was 3 years old, his family took him to the zoo. He wanted a better view of the gorillas, so he climbed a wall and fell 6 meters into the gorilla cage, where a female gorilla was feeding her baby. The gorilla, which was called Binti Jua, went over to the boy, who was unconscious. Then the gorilla, whose baby was still in her arms, lifted the boy up gently and carried him to the door. The boy spent 4 days in hospital, where he made a complete recovery. Binti Jua is still at Brookfield Zoo near Chicago.
2.34
Story 3. The Surfer, the Shark, and the Dolphins. It was a perfect day for surfing off the coast of California. Todd Endris, who lived next to the beach, was out on his surfboard. Without warning, something hit him from under the water. Todd knew immediately that it was a shark. He got back on his board, but the shark, which was 5 meters long, bit him on the back. Todd's friend, who was surfing close by, saw the huge shark and at first thought it was a whale. Todd, whose right leg was now in the shark's mouth, was kicking the shark with his free leg and didn't see the dolphins. Suddenly, the shark let go of his leg. The dolphins, which had been playing in the waves nearby, had surrounded the injured surfer and were protecting him from the shark. 3 friends helped Todd get back on his board and reach the beach. A helicopter transported him to hospital, where surgeons managed to save his leg. 6 weeks later, Todd was back in the water.
2.35.
Welcome to Violent Earth, where we report on the extreme conditions some people live in. Last week we were in Vanuatu, an archipelago in the South Pacific Ocean. In 1 year there was an earthquake, a volcano erupted, and a tropical storm flattened the crops which people rely on. We'll have an update from there, but first we're going over to Rachel in the United States. Hello Rachel, where exactly are you reporting from?
John, we're reporting from the state of California, where several forest fires are spreading rapidly. The public services have been criticized for being too slow in dealing with you.
Sorry, we lost you there, Rachel. What are the public services being criticised for?
For reacting slowly. But these situations are very difficult to deal with. The trees and bushes are so dry, and the strong winds make it even worse. There are so many fires that the firefighters don't know which ones to focus on.
Can they prevent fires from starting in the first place?
We think people started them, and you can't stop somebody from doing this if they want to.
They must be very sick people. Thank you for your report, Rachel. We'll talk to you again later. But now we're joining Martin in Florida. Martin, there are huge fires in the west of the United States, and in the southeast, Hurricane Camilla is gaining strength in the Caribbean. Which island is it heading for?
It's difficult to say, but the governor of Florida has given a deadline to people living in Orlando. He wants a complete evacuation by 5 o'clock today.
Is that something that residents of Orlando agree with?
Yes, most people are closing their houses and leaving, but some people don't have anybody they can stay with.
And who are those people getting help from?
Florida State have provided them with emergency accommodation.
Thank you, Martin. Now let's go back to Rachel.
2.36.
So, what do you think of these 3 designs?
Personally, I think they're all great. The 3 logos focus on the environment. Logos 2 and 3 are attractive and amusing, but I think the best option would be logo number 1, because it has a serious message about learning.
I agree, but the problem with logo number 1 is that it doesn't mention Eco School. Logo number 2 looks attractive, but it doesn't illustrate school or learning. So I'd choose number 3 because it's clever and simple.
Personally, I wouldn't go for number 3. I'd definitely choose logo number 1 because it's more effective than the other 2, and the message is clear. The words suggest that we are responsible for the future of the planet.
Out of these 3 logos, I'd choose logo number 3. I wouldn't choose the logo showing vegetables because it doesn't look serious. I like logo number 3 for 2 reasons. Firstly, because the glasses suggest learning, and secondly, because I think we need the words Eco School in the logo. So let's go for number 3. I'll call the designer and let them know.
2.37.
Today our guest is Dr. Jenna Clark. Dr. Clark, who is a biologist, has studied the monarch butterfly. She's going to tell us about its life and why it may be disappearing. Welcome, Dr. Clark.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Let me begin by giving the listeners some basic information about the monarch butterfly. It is recognised by its unique orange and black pattern, and though it is found in Australia, New Zealand and Indonesia, the largest population is in the United States. The monarch is famous for its long migration in the late summer from the United States to Mexico, where it goes to spend the winter. Millions of butterflies go to forests there, where they are protected from rain and freezing cold temperatures. Otherwise, they will die.
But there's a problem.
Yes, there is. The monarch is in danger. A recent report said the number of butterflies that arrived in Mexico this year was 60% less than last year. In fact, numbers have been falling for the last 7 years. If numbers continue to fall, the monarch butterfly will completely disappear from North America.
So, if fewer butterflies are reaching Mexico, does that mean the problem is in the United States?
Partly, yes. You see, the monarch butterfly depends on a plant called milkweed to survive. It's the only food young monarch butterflies eat. In the United States, the chemicals that farmers use on crops are destroying the milkweed plant. So, if we want to save the monarch butterfly, we have to protect the milkweed plant.
What else is making it difficult for the monarch butterfly to survive?
The monarch goes to a specific forest area in Mexico. Unfortunately, the growing number of farms in that area is reducing the number of trees. The trees, which are removed illegally and sold, are the homes of the monarch.
So, many are dying in the US because they don't have enough food, and then the ones that manage to arrive in Mexico have a smaller area to live in.
That's right. Finding a solution is hard because it involves two different countries and two different problems. If we can persuade farmers in the US not to use certain chemicals, that will be a big step forward. But if the destruction of trees in Mexico isn't stopped, the number of monarchs will continue to drop. Both problems are serious and must be solved at the same time.
Is there any good news for the monarch?
Actually, there is. The monarch is becoming more common in Bermuda because people are planting milkweed in their gardens. And monarch butterflies born in Bermuda stay there all year due to the warm weather. Perhaps these island monarchs will save the species.
2.38 1,
ankle,
2,
cheek,
3,
chin,
4,
elbow,
5,
rib,
6,
spine,
7,
thigh,
8,
thumb,
9,
waist,
10,
wrist.
2.39 1,
Be bitten by a dog. Be bitten by a rat. Be bitten by a snake. Be bitten by an insect.
2,
Break your leg. Break your thumb. Break your arm. Break your toe.
3,
Burn your fingers. Burn your hair. Burn your tongue. Burn your hand.
4,
Dislocate your shoulder. Dislocate your hip. Dislocate your thumb. Dislocate your knee.
5,
Have a black eye. Have a bruise. Have a sore finger. Have a cut.
6,
Sprain your foot. Sprain your ankle. Sprain your wrist. Sprain your knee.
2.40 1,
I've got tickets to see Little Mix.
Again, you're obsessed.
I know. I'm going to tattoo their name on my arm.
What? Are you crazy?
Don't worry, I'm pulling your leg.
Oh, very funny.
2,
You know my Uncle Tom was getting married to Sally, our neighbour? Well, they broke up.
Oh no, I'm sure she broke his heart.
No, she didn't. He's fine. I saw him yesterday and he looked happy.
Oh!
3.
Why does Pete wear sunglasses all the time, even when it isn't sunny?
He thinks it looks cool. The other day he walked into a door and hurt his nose. It was so funny. I laughed my head off.
Oh dear, that's really mean.
4.
Oh dear, this homework's really hard. Can you give me a hand?
Sorry, I'm late. Ask Mum to help you.
Oh, thanks.
5.
So what did you get for your birthday?
Well, you know that leather jacket I tried on downtown?
The red one?
Yes. Well, my parents bought it for my birthday. When I looked in the bag, I couldn't believe my eyes. It's the best present I've ever had.
You lucky thing.
6.
I really want to go and see that film. Oh, what's it called?
I don't know. Who's in it?
Oh, you know. What's her name? Oh, dear, it's on the tip of my tongue. It begins with K.
Kristen Stewart?
No. Keira Knightley. Her new film.
2.41. 1.
I laughed my head off.
2.
It's on the tip of my tongue.
3.
Can you give me a hand?
4.
I'm pulling your leg.
5.
She broke his heart.
6.
I couldn't believe my eyes.
2.42.
Welcome to our online first aid course. First of all, we'd like to check you got the right answers to the quiz. We gave you 6 minor accidents and asked you what you would do. Here's Dr. Maxwell to tell you what she would do.
Thank you. OK, number 1. If I had a nosebleed, I'd hold my nose and look down. If I looked up, the blood would go down my throat, and that would be horrible. Number 2. If I burnt my hand, I'd hold it under the cold water tap. Cold water would take the pain away. Don't put oil or butter on the burn. This will make it worse. Number 3. If I twisted my ankle, I'd put ice on it very quickly. Ice is fantastic for ankles and other muscle injuries. You shouldn't put heat on a twisted ankle. That would make it worse. Number 4. If I got a black eye, I'd put ice on it for the same reasons as number 3. Eye drops won't help. Number 5. If a bee stung me, I'd take some antihistamine tablets. I'm allergic to bee stings, so I always have antihistamine tablets with me. I'd put ice on the sting if I didn't have any tablets. It's probably not a good idea to put a plaster on because the sting might still be in the skin. Finally, number 6, if I cut my finger, I'd wash it, dry it, and put a plaster on. It's not a good idea to stop the blood flow to the hand, so don't tie something around your wrist.
Thank you, Dr. Maxwell. If you got those right, you're ready to move on to the next part of this online first aid course.
2.43.
Oh, no, I wish the cat wouldn't come into the house. I'm allergic to cats.
Why don't you close your window?
It's too hot in my house. I have to keep the window open. If only it wasn't so hot.
Are you tired?
Yes. I wish I could sleep, but the neighbours are so noisy. I wish they wouldn't play loud music at night. Ouch!
What's the matter?
Oh, I dropped a saucepan on my foot yesterday, and it hurts. I wish I wasn't so clumsy.
Do you think it's broken?
The saucepan?
No, your foot.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't called the doctor. If only I had the doctor's phone number.
2.44. 1.
Hi, Rob.
Oh, hi, Anna. Listen, I need some advice.
Sure. What do you need to know?
Well, I'm taking part in the London to Brighton cycle ride, and I want to raise some money for charity. Do you know how I could do that?
Sure. I did the London Marathon last year. I raised £800 for Macmillan Cancer Research.
Wow, that's brilliant. Cancer research is an excellent cause.
It is. So you have to ask your friends to sponsor you. In other words, they support you by giving you money. You have to set up a web page first.
OK, what sort of information do I put on the web page?
You explain what event you're doing. So, you're going to do the London to Brighton cycle. Then, you put some information about the charity you want to support. Which charity are you interested in?
I want to do it for the British Heart Foundation.
OK, great. Do you have any particular reason?
Yes, it was my grandmother's idea. My grandfather died from heart disease.
OK, so you can say on the webpage that you're doing it in memory of your grandfather. Then, you share the page with all your friends and family. It's a good idea to send it to all the adults you know, because people our age don't have any money.
OK, that's good advice. Do they pay by credit card?
Yes, most people give between £5 and £20.
2.
Where are you going, Rob? There's no time to go to the gym. Dinner's in half an hour.
I'm just going for a quick run. You know I'm training for the big cycle, the London to Brighton cycle next weekend.
Oh, yes. I must get you a new helmet this week.
What for? I've already got one.
You've had that one for years. And you need a new brightly coloured one.
Oh, Mum!
Bright colours are safer on the road. Cars can see you better. I know you don't think they're cool, but I want you to come back alive.
Oh, don't be so dramatic. My old helmet's fine. And I'll be very careful. And there are thousands of people doing this cycle. Don't worry about me. OK, I'm off.
Don't be late. Take care on the road.
3.
Over to James Marsden at the start of the London to Brighton cycle ride.
Thank you. Yes, it's 9 o'clock in the morning and the London to Brighton cycle ride is about to begin. This ride is 87 kilometres long and it has been going for more than 40 years. Over the years, it has raised more than £65 million for charity. There are more than 25,000 people here and most of them are wearing red t-shirts. There are people of all ages here, starting from age 16, ready to get on their bikes and cycle to the coast. Most people will complete the ride in about 6 hours.
2.45.
Rob is taking part in a cycle race and he wants to raise money for charity. He sets up a web page and asks his friends to sponsor him. He explains that he's doing it in memory of his grandfather, who died from a heart attack. He's going to share the page with people who will donate money online. The money goes straight to the charity.
2.46. 1.
Donate money to somebody. Donate money to something.
2.
Raise money for somebody. Raise money for something.
3.
Set up a web page. Share a web page.
4.
Sponsor somebody.
5.
Take part in something.
6.
Train for something.
2.47. 1.
Here. Heel. Knee. Heart.
2.
waist, hay, calf, sprain,
3,
ice, rib, wrist, sting,
4,
burn, thumb, work, hurt,
5,
view, blood, bruise, flu.
3.1.
Life in medicine. 3 snapshots. If you like surprises and can face dealing with accidents, injuries, births and deaths, medicine is for you. For those of you considering a career in medicine, 3 people give a snapshot of their medical life.
A.
Dr. Richard Young told us about the more unusual and unexpected locations where he's used his medical skills.
I'm a doctor and I work in a doctor's surgery where I treat patients, write prescriptions and generally help people recover from illnesses and injuries. But that's only part of the story. I've given people first aid in public places several times. Once I helped a man who collapsed in a park. Another time, a teenager was suffering from a nut allergy. On flights, nervous passengers often have panic attacks and doctors are asked to calm them down. When I hear, "Is there a doctor on board?" I always offer my help. Once on a flight from London to Los Angeles, I helped a woman who was seriously ill. I spent the 12-hour flight caring for her. I stayed with her after we landed until the ambulance arrived, which meant that I missed my connecting flight, but I was happy to help. In my job, saving lives must come first, even when I'm off duty.
B.
Some nurses choose to work in extreme conditions, like war zones. Senior nurse Sonia Costa spent 2 months in Yemen as part of a Doctors Without Borders emergency team.
I decided to work in Yemen because, as a result of war, there was a cholera epidemic and over 620,000 people were suffering from the disease. In places where there's no clean food or water, people catch diseases easily. I worked on the children's ward, and one of my patients was a 6-month-old baby boy who was so ill that he looked like a 2-week-old. Each morning I arrived at the hospital, afraid that I may not see the child in his bed. But finally he started gaining weight, and when he was well enough to go home, I was the happiest nurse in the hospital.
C.
Unpredictability is a daily reality for paramedics. Sally James says there is no such thing as a typical day.
I work a 12-hour shift. I never know when I might have to try and save someone's life, but I stay calm because if I panic, everybody else gets anxious too. Some days, nothing dramatic happens. The most common call is stomach pain, and we get a lot of non-emergency calls like toothaches or shaving cuts or people who say they've burned themselves on their hair straighteners, which is annoying, but we have to take them seriously. While we're dealing with these time wasters, we may get a call from someone who really needs us, but there's nothing we can do about it. We're not doctors, but we're highly trained to deal with serious conditions like heart attacks. But my favourite thing is delivering a baby. If I can start my day by getting someone's heart beating again and end it with childbirth, I'm happy.
3.2. 1.
A food allergy. A nut allergy.
2.
A stable condition. A serious condition.
3.
A deep cut. A shaving cut.
4,
A flu epidemic. A cholera epidemic.
5,
A muscle pain. A stomach pain.
6,
A local surgery. A doctor's surgery.
7,
A rescue team. An emergency team.
8,
A maternity ward. A children's ward.
3.3. 1,
Treat patients.
2,
Write a prescription.
3,
Give first aid.
4,
Have a panic attack.
5,
Save lives.
6,
Catch a disease.
7,
Gain weight.
8,
Deliver a baby.
3.4.
I'm Dr. Roberts, and I'm proud to say I've saved lives and helped many people. I've even delivered a baby on a flight to New York. But I've also had some funny experiences. Once, I was on a bus when an elderly lady had a panic attack. She recovered quickly when I gave her first aid. Then she told me I looked like her third husband. I asked her how many husbands she'd had. 2, she replied. Last week I was treating a patient for earache. Today she told me she felt much better, but the medicine tasted awful. I'd written a prescription for eardrops.
3.5.
Decision time. In 1985, 2 young climbers, Joe Simpson and Simon Yates, were the first climbers to climb the west face of the Ciudad Grande mountain in the Andes. But as they were coming down the mountain, Simpson fell and broke his leg badly. Yates had to make a terrible decision. Should he leave his friend, or should he try to get him down the mountain? He chose the second option. If he had left his friend, Simpson would have died. Yates tied himself to Simpson with a rope, and they slowly came down the mountain together. Then disaster struck again. Simpson fell and was hanging over a cliff. Yates couldn't hold him. He found his penknife and decided to cut the rope. Simpson fell 25 meters. Yates returned to base camp alone. He was sure Simpson was dead, but he also knew that if he hadn't cut the rope, he would have fallen and died too. Miraculously, Simpson didn't die. He pulled himself slowly along the ground with a broken leg for 3 days and nights. He arrived back at base camp just in time. Yates would have already left if Simpson had arrived a few hours later.
3.6.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome to our end-of-term lecture. We're pleased to welcome Professor Turner of the Sleep Research Foundation of Scotland. Professor Turner carries out research in order to understand insomnia in people of all ages. She's particularly interested in helping people to create the best conditions for falling asleep quickly. Here to tell us more about it is Professor Turner.
Thank you. Well, I'm sure you're well aware of how important sleep is for your health. Unfortunately, we often find it difficult to fall asleep when it's most important for us to get a good night's sleep, just before an exam or a big match or some other event that's making us nervous and stressed. The thing is, you need to be relaxed in body and mind in order to fall asleep. And in times of stress and exam pressure, relaxation is the last thing on your mind. You don't fall asleep because you're worried, and then you get more worried because you know how important it is for you to be asleep, and you go round in circles not falling asleep. So, what can you do to fall asleep within 10 minutes of going to bed? Here are a few simple tips. Firstly, take a hot shower or bath before bedtime. The hot water will help your body to relax, and when you get out of the bath or shower, your body temperature will drop. This is important because your body temperature needs to drop by 1 degree centigrade so that your metabolism can start slowing down. Secondly, make sure you have good curtains or blinds in order not to wake up early when the sun rises. Thirdly, try to avoid screens, the TV, computer and telephone in the hour before you go to bed, because they stimulate the mind. Having just told you to avoid your phone, there are actually some apps that can help you fall asleep. An app with breathing exercises is very effective, and if that doesn't work, you can use the Sounds of Nature app and listen to the sound of rain falling. You can also use an app to track the number of hours and quality of sleep in order to be more informed about how you're sleeping. Finally, you should go to bed at the same time every night so as not to upset your body clock. Now, I think that's all we have time for, but I'd just like to finish with my personal favourite method of falling asleep. When I can't fall asleep, I try to force myself to stay awake. It works every time.
Thank you, Professor. Professor Turner will be taking questions now as...
3.7. 1.
That looks painful.
Yes, it is. I burnt my hand a week ago. I was baking a cake for my mum's birthday.
Do you have a temperature?
Yes, it's 39 degrees.
Well, I'm afraid your hand is infected. I'm going to give you a prescription. You need to take antibiotics. You also need to put a fresh bandage on it every day.
2.
I was dancing in my bedroom. I tripped over and hit my chin on the side of the dressing table. I put a plaster on, but it's still bleeding.
OK, let me see. It's a nasty cut. I think you need a few stitches.
Stitches? Oh no. I think I'm going to faint.
OK, calm down. Take some deep breaths. It's not going to hurt.
3.
I've got a terrible pain in my forehead.
Have you knocked it?
Yes, I walked into a bookshelf. I feel sick and dizzy.
OK, I need to check your pulse and your blood pressure. Can you roll up your sleeve, please?
Do you think I'm going to be okay? Do I need an X-ray?
I don't think you need an X-ray for now. Your blood pressure's fine and your pulse is normal. I think you've had a shock. You just need to drink plenty of water and rest. If the pain continues, we'll do an X-ray.
4.
What happened to you? Your ankle's very swollen.
I was doing a skateboarding trick and I fell off and twisted my ankle. It's really painful.
Where exactly does it hurt?
Here. Is it broken?
No, I don't think so. Just a bad sprain. But you're going to have a nice big bruise. Now, are you allergic to anything?
Yes, I'm allergic to needles. Please get that needle away from me.
I'm not going to give you an injection, but we do need to bring the swelling down. You need to take painkillers to ease the pain, and then you'll need to put some ice on your ankle when you get home.
3.8.
We're at the London Show Business Awards and we're talking to Laura Martinez, winner of the Newcomer Award. Laura, you've already appeared in a TV series and you've had great reviews for an album you released last month, and you're only 17. How did you do that?
Oh, thanks. I don't know. I'm lucky, I guess. I've always wanted to be a performer, and I put some videos online, and that's how I was discovered.
So would you tell other young musicians and actors to put videos online and wait to be discovered?
It's one way to do it. Ed Sheeran did it that way. Ed is one of the most successful singer-songwriters of all time. His albums are always in the charts, and his hit single, Thinking Out Loud, was the first song to be streamed 500 million times on Spotify. That's enormous.
Very impressive. Ed Sheeran's great. He started doing live gigs when he was very young, didn't he?
That's right. He moved to London when he was 16 and started playing small venues. He has a lot of fans, and he had a hit single which reached #1 before he even signed a recording contract.
Let's talk about your acting. Who are your role models?
I am inspired by Millie Bobby Brown. She plays the part of 11 in Stranger Things. I love the way she plays that character.
Oh yes, the audience love her too. Stranger Things had over 8 million viewers 2 weeks after it came out. Millie has that star quality, the kind of talent some actors can only dream of.
Exactly.
Did you see the cast of School of Rock collecting their award for Best Musical?
Yes, they're amazing. They're only 12 years old and they have to put on a show 4 times a week. I want the lead guitarist and the lead singer to play on my next album.
Well, Laura, good luck with that, and thank you so much for talking to us.
Thanks.
3.9. 1.
Appear in a TV series.
2.
Be in the charts.
3.
Do a live gig.
4.
Have a hit single.
5.
Have great reviews.
6.
Play the part of.
7.
Play a venue.
8.
Be streamed.
9.
Release an album.
10.
Sign a recording contract.
3.10. 1.
A drummer.
2.
A lead guitarist.
3.
A vocalist.
4.
The audience.
5.
The cast.
6.
A viewer.
7.
A singer-songwriter.
8.
A musician.
3.11. 1.
Beat yourself up.
2.
Carry on.
3.
Come out.
4.
Mess something up.
5.
Put something on.
6.
Sign up for.
7.
Start out.
8.
Take something up.
9.
Turn up.
10.
Wear off.
3.12.
A viral video is a video that becomes popular very quickly through the internet. People share the video through social media and email. The first real viral video came out in 2005, the year that YouTube was created. The video is unusual because it's not particularly interesting. It shows one of the founders of YouTube speaking to camera for 19 seconds about the elephants in a zoo. There isn't a formula for a viral video hit, but the most popular ones have 3 things in common. Firstly, they tend to be short, People have short attention spans, especially when they're looking at websites, so the most successful viral videos are around 3 minutes long. Secondly, they stir up your emotions. They may be funny, sad, shocking, entertaining, or even extremely annoying, but they make viewers feel something. The third ingredient is story. Many of the most popular viral videos tell a story, and the ones with an inspirational ending are the most memorable.
3.13 1.
A viral video is a video that becomes popular very quickly through the internet. People share the video through social media and email. The first real viral video came out in 2005, the year that YouTube was created. The video is unusual because it's not particularly interesting. It shows one of the founders of YouTube speaking to camera for 19 seconds about the elephants in a zoo. There isn't a formula for a viral video hit, but the most popular ones have 3 things in common. Firstly, they tend to be short. People have short attention spans, especially when they're looking at websites, so the most successful viral videos are around 3 minutes long. Secondly, they stir up your emotions. They may be funny, sad, shocking, entertaining, or even extremely annoying, but they make viewers feel something. The third ingredient is story. Many of the most popular viral videos tell a story, and the ones with an inspirational ending are the most memorable.
2.
I have to tell you about this video I saw. Somebody sent me the link yesterday and I think I've watched it 30 times. It's absolutely amazing. It's this boy, he must be 13 or 14, playing the piano at a school concert. At first I thought, why has she sent me this? Then the boy started singing. Wow, his voice! It really took me by surprise. He sings Paparazzi by Lady Gaga, which is one of my favourite songs anyway, but he sings it so well. He's got the kind of talent other singers only dream of. I watched an interview with the boy afterwards and he's so sweet. He got a recording contract all because of this video that his mum posted on YouTube. He's so inspiring.
3.
My favourite videos are the ones that make you laugh. It's usually because somebody does something stupid. For instance, there's a video of a man who dives into a frozen swimming pool. Well, I say he dives, but of course he hits the ice and slides across the swimming pool. How can you be so stupid? Then there's another hilarious clip of a girl walking along in a shopping mall. She's texting and she isn't looking where she's going, and she trips over and falls into a fountain. I couldn't believe it. I'm not sure why it's so funny to see people having silly accidents, but perhaps it's because it makes you feel better to see how stupid other people are. Also, these viral clips contain an element of surprise, something unexpected. I love the one where a baby bites his brother's finger. The little brother puts his finger in his baby brother's mouth, and surprise, surprise, the baby bites it. I love the expression on the baby's face. He's very pleased with himself.
4.
Hi, my name is Nigel Brown and I'm in advertising. I watch videos all day, especially videos that get more than 1 million hits on the web. These are the kind of viral videos that our clients want. I love my job, but when I was growing up, I dreamt of being a famous singer. My parents told me that you had to know somebody famous or you had to have famous parents. But that's all changed now. Anybody can post a video of himself on the web, and any of you could be famous by next Saturday. Of course, it isn't that easy. There are over 100 hours of video uploaded to the net every minute, and only a few have more than 1 million views. So, how do you predict the kind of video that will go viral? I'd like to give you some examples of successful video.
3.14. 1.
Contain an element of surprise.
2.
Go viral.
3.
Have a short attention span.
4.
Make somebody laugh.
5.
Stir up emotions.
6.
Take somebody by surprise.
7.
Upload a video.
8.
View a video.
3.15.
An early viral video. Nobody knows exactly why online videos go viral and which ones will be uploaded to social networking sites and shared millions of times. Often, not much happens in these clips, but they're short enough to appeal to the digital generation who have short attention spans, and they stir up our emotions. One of the first and most famous viral videos was the sneezing panda. It shows a mother panda eating bamboo with her baby asleep at her feet. Suddenly, the baby sneezes and takes the mother by surprise. It's the mother's reaction which makes you laugh. The video has been viewed over 221 million times. Why is it so popular? Probably because the baby panda is cute and the simple story contains an element of surprise.
3.16. 1.
Adapt. Adaptation. Connect. Connection. Compete. Competition.
2.
Explain. Explanation. Inform. Information. Produce. Production.
3.
Suggest. Suggestion. Inspire. Inspiration. Present. Presentation.
3.17.
Can a new app enhance the reading experience? Reading a book in the old-fashioned way, holding an object made of paper, is a sensuous experience. Books speak, pages rustle, they smell, sometimes delicious, sometimes of previous owners. Spines creak, and so on. In comparison with this traditional way of reading, one that engages all the senses, the digitally downloaded text can seem dull. It's convenient, but does not engage all the senses. Not until now. In America last year, a group of investors launched an app called BookTrack, a revolutionary new technology that dramatically improves the e-reading experience. How? By creating a soundtrack for ebooks, including music and sound effects. A character knocks on the door, bang, bang, bang. Another puts a slice of bacon in the frying pan. Sss. Someone kisses someone. Well, no, perhaps not. And in between all these bursts of activity, sympathetic music or weather noises, or, if it's a scene outdoors, a bird singing at the end of the garden. The American launch was based on Sherlock Holmes' The Adventure of the Speckled Band. Some people were critical. They felt distracted by things that they would prefer to leave to the imagination. But it had a lot of fans too. In its first 10 weeks on sale, The Speckled Band was downloaded more than 100,000 times. Since then, it has been downloaded in 99 different countries and has been reviewed positively in the press. Phenomenal! Revolutionary! Books without soundtracks could someday seem as old-fashioned as silent movies. The technology is entertaining and very impressive. How on earth does the page know which line of text our eyes are reading, and therefore when to do the knocking on the door, etc.? Reading in this way is a deeply engaging experience, and I believe that for every reader who prefers to use their imagination, there will be a reader who is grateful for the extra fun. But it's not just about having fun. BookTrack hired the services of Leo Leibovitz, a professor of communications at New York University, to look into the cognitive advantages, if any, to reading accompanied by audio elements. In other words, can an audio soundtrack help people to understand a book and memorize it? The results were interesting. The research found that when readers read books with a soundtrack, they not only found them easier to follow than silent books, but also found them easier to remember. People who took part in the research all came from New York and represented various levels of income and education. There's no information about their backgrounds, ages, reading experience, etc., but it seems reasonable to assume that they were people who don't spend a great deal of time in libraries. This could suggest that the greatest benefit of the new technology will be to help improve literacy rates and encourage schoolchildren to read. Our culture is becoming increasingly visual, but the success so far of BookTrack also shows that we're keen to live in an acoustic world. While it is common to complain that computers cut us off from reality, you could also argue that in some ways computers remind us how much we rely on our senses.
3.18 1.
Be based on.
2.
Be critical of.
3.
Be deeply engaging.
4.
Enhance the reading experience.
5.
Feel distracted by.
6.
Find something easy to follow.
7.
Improve literacy rates.
8.
Leave something to your imagination.
9.
Read in the old-fashioned way.
10.
Review something positively.
3.19 1.
Accompany. Accompaniment.
2.
Create. Creation.
3.
Distract. Distraction.
4.
Encourage. Encouragement.
5.
Engage. Engagement.
6.
Enhance. Enhancement.
7.
Entertain. Entertainment.
8.
Improve. Improvement.
9.
Memorize. Memorization.
3.20
Jessica, is that you?
Yes? What's the matter? You sound upset.
Upset? I'm absolutely furious. That's it. I am never going to give an interview to that magazine again.
Oh dear, what happened?
They know I'm serious about my profession. I've done Shakespeare. I've made films with some of the best actors in the world. I've written a screenplay and I've just directed a film that's been nominated for an Oscar.
That's right. So, what went wrong?
They didn't ask me about my work. They asked me what I was going to wear to the Oscars. They asked me who I was dating and why I'd split up with my fiancé. They asked if I'd put on weight and whether I was on a diet.
They asked you what?
Yes, and that's not all. They wanted to take photographs and they asked me to wear something feminine. Then they asked me not to look too serious and to blow a kiss at the camera. Blow a kiss? Who do they think I am? Marilyn Monroe?
3.21.
This week's media report asks the question, do young people watch television? And if so, what do they watch? In the studio with us, we have Professor Moore of the Centre for Media Studies. So, Professor Moore, what did you find out about the viewing preferences of 16 to 25-year-olds?
According to our research, the youth of today watch a lot of TV, particularly online series. The preferred genres of 16 to 25-year-olds are fantasy, science fiction, silly humour, cool vampires and cookery programmes.
Hang on, did you say cookery programmes?
That's right. The latest news is that food is the most popular new reality TV format. According to research, we spend more time watching food on TV than we do cooking it. And 50% of people watching top food programmes like The Great British Bake Off are 16 to 25-year-olds.
So sugar is the star of reality TV.
Exactly. The format of The Great British Bake Off is so popular that it has been copied in numerous different countries all around the world. The Australians love it, as do the French, the Americans and the Poles. Another very popular series is MasterChef, a competitive cooking show that originated in the UK in 1990. Entertainment comes in many forms, but young people of today really love cookery programmes.
But do people actually make the cakes and dishes themselves?
Some do. A survey was carried out on how TV programmes influence people, and the information collected suggests that 20% of viewers admitted to making dishes at home just so they could take photographs and share them on social media.
The interests of young people are so difficult to predict. Surely they live on spaghetti, fast food and takeaways, and life is too short to stuff a mushroom. What use is information about how to serve shellfish or ice wedding cakes?
Good point. I think there are 3 factors that explain their popularity. First, these programmes have excellent TV presenters. Then there's the fact that this generation is creative, and cooking is one way of being creative. And finally, there's the competitive element, which made Bake Off and MasterChef semi-finals and finals the most watched TV programmes of the year.
Well, that's very interesting, Professor Moore. Thank you for coming in. Now we're moving on to
3.22. 1.
Excuse me, Miss Roberts. Is it okay if we film your class today? It's for the school Facebook page.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm going to give you a test today, and that won't be very interesting on film. How about tomorrow?
We only have the camera today. Could we do the test tomorrow?
Well, OK. I suppose so.
Thanks, Miss Roberts. That's great.
2.
Mrs. Baker?
Yes? Hello, Patty. What can I do for you?
Do you mind if we film our art class today, please?
No, not at all. Go ahead. Is this for a project?
No, it's for the school Facebook page.
Oh, right. I'll go and tidy up the classroom then.
3.
Come in.
Excuse me, Mr. Osborne.
Yes, what is it?
We were wondering if we could film your class today. We're making a film for the school Facebook page.
Oh, I see. Well, I'd like to help, but I'm afraid I've got meetings all day, and Ms. Marks is taking my classes.
Oh, OK. Sorry to bother you, sir.
3.23. 1,
Could you lend me your calculator?
Well, OK, I suppose so.
2,
Is it okay if I use your phone?
Oh, I'm sorry, but the battery is flat.
3,
Do you mind if I open the window?
No, not at all. Go ahead.
4,
We were wondering if we could leave early?
Sure. I don't see why not.
3.24.
On the show today, we'd love to hear your thoughts on the famous Notting Hill Carnival in London.
1,
I love Caribbean culture and the festival is great fun, but you can enjoy it even more if you go well prepared, and believe me, I learnt the hard way. Most importantly, you need to wear comfortable shoes. Leave the high heels at home because you can't dance in them, and never, ever wear sandals. You won't come across a bigger street festival in Europe. It's crowded, and I promise you other dancers will step on your toes. You don't want to spend the rest of the day with sore feet like I did.
2,
What is absolutely fantastic about the Notting Hill Carnival is it changes the mood in London. There's an amazing party atmosphere, and a lot of it is thanks to the parade. It looks like the Rio Carnival in Brazil, with the floats and the crowds of people dancing in the streets. And although everyone would agree that London is a great city, it isn't exactly famous for its vibrant colours. Well, for one weekend a year, it just explodes with every colour under the sun. The makeup and costumes of the performers are the brightest I've ever seen.
3,
I love the crowds, the noise and the carnival atmosphere. Everyone's so happy and lively. Every year our dance teacher makes us work hard and we practice until our feet are sore. When our families come to watch us in the parade, we want to make them proud. Mum always tells me that I'm the best dancer in the group, which probably isn't true, but that's okay. I enjoy it anyway. The Notting Hill Carnival was and still is a time for people to get together and have fun. I'm really glad someone came up with the idea.
4,
I'm extremely lucky. I live in Notting Hill, so the carnival is practically on my doorstep. It gets fairly noisy here, but I don't mind all the performers and the Caribbean music at all. Of course, the streets are pretty crowded too with all the visitors. Apparently, over 1 million people attended this year. Some local residents told me that they found the carnival rather annoying because it made it difficult for them to come and go. But really, it's only on for 3 days. I love every minute and always look forward to it.
3.25. 1,
Excuse me, madam.
Who, me?
Yes, you. Can I have a look in your bag, please?
My bag? Why? I mean, yes, of course.
I don't think you've paid for these items, have you?
Oh dear, yes, of course I've paid.
Can I see your receipt, madam?
Receipt? Yes, let me see. Oh dear. I was going to pay, but I forgot, and then...
2,
I'm not guilty, honestly. I didn't kill him. I wasn't even there.
Where were you at 8 p.m. that evening then? It's important for you to have a good alibi.
I was playing football.
Can you prove it?
Yes, I was with a group of friends. We played against a team from another town and we won. I'm innocent.
OK, give me some names and I'll contact them.
3,
What games have you got on your phone?
Boring ones. Anyway, it needs charging.
Got anything to eat?
No.
Oh, I'm bored.
Why did you do that?
Dunno. I felt like it. Come on, those buildings over there are empty. Let's break the windows.
Yeah, okay.
Four. Nobody move. You, hand over the money. Put it in this bag. Come on, hurry up. Right, give me the bag.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Five.
Hello, fire service.
I want to report a fire. There are some empty buildings near here. They're on fire. I saw two boys running away. I think they set fire to the building.
Are you in immediate danger?
I don't think so, but it's a big fire.
OK. What is your address?
It's 24 Ravenscroft.
Six.
Hey, what are you doing? Ow! Get off! Help! Stop him! He's taken my bag!
Are you okay?
No, my arm really hurts.
Let me help you.
He took my bag with everything in it.
Oh no! Okay, I'm going to call the police.
Thanks.
3.26. 1.
Arson. Arsonist. Set fire to something.
2.
Burglary. Burglar. Burgle a house.
3.
Drug dealing. Drug dealer. Deal drugs.
4.
Mugging. Mugger. Mug somebody.
5.
Murder. Murderer. Murder somebody.
6.
Piracy. Pirate. Pirate software.
7.
Robbery. Robber. Rob somebody. Rob a place.
8.
Shoplifting. Shoplifter. Shoplift.
9.
Theft. Thief. Steal something.
10.
Vandalism. Vandal. Vandalize.
3.27. 1.
A criminal.
2.
A judge.
3.
A detective.
4.
A suspect.
5.
The accused.
6.
A victim.
7.
A witness.
3.28. 1.
A crime is committed.
2.
Victims or witnesses are interviewed.
3.
The evidence is collected.
4.
A suspect is arrested and charged with a crime.
5.
The case goes to court.
6.
The accused is found guilty.
7.
The accused is found not guilty, innocent.
8.
The accused is sentenced. for example to 3 months in prison.
9,
The accused is released.
10,
The trial ends.
3.29.
Alcatraz is located in San Francisco Bay. It was a prison from 1933 to 1963, and during that time there were just 14 escape attempts. The attempted escape in 1962 will probably be remembered as the most famous one. Frank Morris and the Anglin brothers dug a tunnel out of their cells and then disappeared. The 3 men may have drowned, but their bodies have never been discovered. Over the years, several postcards in the men's handwriting have been sent to their families. After the escape, a stolen car was found, and police believe it could have been used by the 3 men to escape. The case will be kept open until the 100th birthday of the 3 men. Today, Alcatraz Island is being used as a recreation park.
3.30.
This week, our special report asks, are we doing enough to help young offenders to become better citizens? Today, 3 out of 4 young offenders who are released from prison go on to commit another crime and return to prison. These statistics suggest that young offenders' prisons are failing. The government are carrying out a review of the system. They say they want to improve young offenders' access to education, but some people believe that the prisons are already too soft. They think that you should make an example of teenagers who break the law. They want harder and longer punishments. To talk to us about that, we have 17-year-old ex-offender Daniel Smith in the studio with us. Hello, Daniel.
Hello.
Daniel, you've recently been released from a young offenders' prison. What's it like inside?
Noisy. There's a lot of shouting and fighting. Fights happen every day and for silly little things. We're locked in our cells at 8:15 at night and we can watch television until 2 a.m. If we do something wrong, they take our television away.
I see. So, tell us about the opportunities for education.
We could choose from about 50 different subjects. Everything from music production to gardening to cooking. I did about 20 hours of lessons every week. You're paid for each lesson you go to, and then you can spend that money on sweets or phone calls.
You're paid to go to lessons?
Yeah. Nobody would go to lessons if we weren't paid. It isn't much, 40p a lesson, but I was motivated because I knew it would help me to get a job when I came out of prison. This woman came into the prison and gave us all this information about qualifications and jobs. I chose the lessons that would help me get a job. Basic subjects like English and maths. And then I did accounting and computer skills. I'm working now, and that makes a big difference.
How many of the other young offenders were as motivated as you to learn new skills?
Not many. A lot of them are happy the way they are and don't want to change.
Is it true that some young offenders like being in prison because they have a better life inside than outside?
Yeah, that's definitely true. One of my mates was homeless before he came into prison. He was worried about being released. In prison he got food and clean clothes and a warm cell. Outside he was living in a box on the street. The day he was released, he walked into the prison car park and smashed the windows on 5 cars in the car park. He was back there in a few days.
Well, that brings me to another point. The government want to improve conditions in young offenders' prisons, but some people say that this is wrong. They say that these are young people who have committed crimes and they should be punished. One prison guard said, they have education, they have a gym and television. It's like a holiday camp. What do you say to that?
But it's not a holiday camp. We can't see our friends or our family. Doors are locked. I don't want to go back there. If you want young people to change, you can't lock them in a cell and expect them to change. You have to educate them and make them believe that there is a better life in front of them. Simple as that.
3.31.
1.
Have a criminal record.
2.
Break the law.
3.
Punish somebody severely.
4.
Lock somebody up in a cell.
5.
Serve a sentence.
6.
Release somebody from prison.
3.32.
Appreciation. Determined. Investigation. Offender. Sympathetic. Unexpected.
3.33. A.
Determined. Offender.
B.
Sympathetic. Unexpected.
C.
Appreciation. Investigation.
3.34.
Text 1.
Paying it forward. This week's lead article comes from journalist Amy Randall, who tells us why she would like to live in a kinder society and explains the benefits of paying it forward.
In today's cynical world, it's often difficult to give and accept kindness. The smallest acts of kindness are often met with suspicion, and yet there is plenty of evidence to suggest that being kind can make you healthier and happier. So, what sort of acts of kindness am I talking about? They can be big gestures or just small, everyday things that will make people smile. At one end of the scale, an anonymous person might pay for someone's expensive operation without expecting a thank you. At the other, there are the small gestures which might seem trivial but are often extremely welcome. One example of this is the story of a 12-year-old boy who found a stranger's phone on a train. When he contacted the owner, she was so impressed by his honesty that she offered a small reward. He didn't accept the money, but he wrote a note and sent it with the returned phone. In the note, he said that he didn't want the money, he just wanted the woman to do something nice for someone else. This kind of gesture is known as paying it forward. The idea is that if you do a good deed for someone but ask for nothing in return, they will then do a good deed for someone else, and kindness will multiply and create a huge wave of good feeling across the globe. There are many benefits to being kind. Giving to others can make you feel more connected to other people and increase your sense of purpose in life. You feel you've made a difference, and there's a reason to get out of bed in the morning. Taking time to help others may even protect you from disease. A 30-year study has shown that women who volunteered for a charity were 16% less likely to suffer a major illness during that period, perhaps because it lowers stress levels. I believe that people are naturally kind. This was also the conclusion of a study by Michael Norton at Harvard Business School. He did research in more than 130 countries and found that people who spend a bigger proportion of their income on others were more fulfilled than those who spend it on themselves. He thinks the desire to give and share could be a basic human trait. That's the theory anyway. But when I've tried out acts of kindness on strangers, they often seem unsure how to react to me. In my local coffee shop, I tried to give away a cup of coffee. I thought people would be delighted, but instead, I was met with suspicious stares. Then I realized why this was happening. We don't expect kindness from strangers. On the contrary, we expect them to trick us or take advantage of us. But don't let that put you off. I did find someone to take my coffee, and when I saw how pleased she was, it made my day. We need to fight against the me-first society we live in and start a kindness movement. It sounds cheesy, but I think we need it.
Text 2.
No questions asked. A woman who runs a sandwich bar selling peanut butter and jam sandwiches noticed that somebody had removed some food from her rubbish bins. When she realised that a homeless person was taking leftover food from her bins, she was upset. She was sad to think that someone was so poor that they had to eat other people's leftovers. She typed a note and pinned it to her restaurant window. The note was addressed to the person going through the rubbish for their next meal. She told this person that they were a human being and worth more than a meal from a dustbin. She offered them a free peanut butter and jam sandwich, fresh vegetables and a cup of water, and promised not to ask any questions. The restaurant owner said she understands that everyone needs help at one time or another, and in this case, she was happy to offer the homeless person a helping hand.
3.35 1.
Ask for nothing in return.
2.
Be met with suspicion.
3.
Offer a reward.
4.
Do a good deed.
5.
Give somebody a sense of purpose.
6.
Make a difference.
7.
Take time to do something.
8.
Take advantage of somebody.
9.
Make somebody's day.
10.
Offer somebody a helping hand.
3.36 1.
Anonymous.
2.
Cynical.
3.
Major.
4.
Suspicious.
5.
Trivial.
6.
Welcome.
3.37
Judy and Mike were living in a detached house halfway down a nice street. Their house looked like the other houses, but in fact, it was the unluckiest house in the neighbourhood. In a period of 5 years, they were burgled 13 times. After each burglary, they had something done to their house to make it safer and more burglar-proof. First, they had the locks changed. Then they had a new front door fitted. That didn't work, so they had a wall built. Nothing stopped the burglaries. After the 7th time, they bought a dog and had a big sign put on the gate saying, "Beware dangerous dog." The dog was too friendly, and they were burgled again. After the 13th time, they were desperate. Finally, Mike found out on the internet that according to statistics, the highest number of burglaries happened to detached houses halfway down a street with a purple door and the number 88. They couldn't get the house moved to a different location, but they've had the door painted green and they're going to have the house number changed. Mike's sure that with a green door and the number 86B on it, they'll never be burgled again.
3.38
In today's podcast, we want you to ask yourself the question, am I doing everything possible to protect myself online? If the answer is, I don't know, I hope this podcast will help. Here are our 5 top tips for staying safe online and not falling victim to identity theft. Number 1. Passwords. Let's begin with a weak password. 12345678 is weak. Don't use it. Here are some more. Password, football, I love you, Star Wars. If you use one of these, you can only blame yourself if a hacker gets into your account and steals your identity. Use strong passwords with a combination of symbols, numbers, and letters. To save yourself some trouble, use a password manager. Go to our website for links. A final word on passwords. Keep them to yourself. Even with your best friends, don't tell one another your passwords. Number 2. Personal information. Hackers and identity thieves want your information. So when you're online, you should be careful when somebody you don't know asks you to provide information about yourself. It could be a fake email or message. Delete it. When you get a friend request on a social networking site from somebody you don't know, don't ask him or her to introduce him or herself. Just delete it. Number 3. Viruses. Don't open files or attachments if you're not sure what they are, because they may contain a virus. An email virus can send itself to all your contacts. If you let a virus into your computer, it then attaches itself to other programs, and each time you run your programs, you run the virus too. For links to antivirus software, visit our website. Number 4. Software updates. There is a simple way to protect your files. Update regularly. When you get requests for updates on your apps, do it. When you update a file, you also download the latest security. Viruses update themselves all the time, so you need to update regularly too. Number 5. Your digital footprint. Be careful when you and your friends send each other videos and photos. Remember, they're likely to stay there for a long time. Don't post anything you wouldn't want your grandmother to see.
3.39.
I think I'm going to do voluntary work this term. How about you?
Maybe. What are you thinking of doing?
I'm not sure.
You're really good at maths. How about teaching younger pupils? You could help them with their maths homework.
Oh no, I'm not patient enough. Teaching isn't my thing at all. I don't have any younger sisters and brothers, so I'm not used to young children. I'd rather visit an elderly person.
Well, that would be a very good thing to do. I can't teach younger kids either. They annoy me. And to be honest, I'm not very good at any school subjects.
That's not true. You're good at art. Why don't you help pupils with art projects?
I don't know. I'm really into vintage clothes, so I suppose I could organise a second-hand clothes sale. Actually, I think that would be good fun.
3.40.
In my opinion, there are a lot of advantages to doing voluntary work. One benefit is that it makes people think about other people who are less fortunate than they are. What I mean is that if you do voluntary work, you will understand the problems that exist in society. Another benefit of doing voluntary work is that you become a better person, less selfish and more generous.
First of all, I agree that there are a lot of advantages to doing voluntary work, but I think there are drawbacks too. One of the main disadvantages of voluntary work is that it can take up a lot of time. What I mean is, voluntary work could stop you helping your own family or friends, or take time away from your studies. Another disadvantage of voluntary work is that you don't earn money, so you are still dependent on your parents for everything. To be honest, I think we should learn to be independent from our parents as soon as possible.
Copyright Pearson Education Limited, 2020.